Raw's Hawk. So yeah, Tribe not being in here, that should kind of open some things up, at least when it comes to this game. Now, a couple teams that I'm always worried about every time we see this, Cloud9 and Loops, when they're in the same lobby together, they drop so close. They drop South George, that hospital area, but it's actually hasn't been, too bad for both teams because they seem to both get their loot really quick and avoid each other at all costs. But my question here, Jukes, if they went back, they watched your VODs in season number 1, and they're like, hey, let's go after each other. Let's take early fights. Let's try to get some more points on the board early compared to in late game.
Yeah, that could totally be an option, especially with this zone. I think it's perfect for Loops. If Loops did their research properly and they have an idea that Cloud9 is going to be over there in South George, this is the kind of perfect opportunity for them to possibly gatekeep their map rotation. If they have an idea of where they're traveling from, they can get looted up in crates, move there quickly, and possibly get a camp going. Because at the end of the day, Cloud9's going to have to rotate into that zone somehow. So if they were able to kind of get that intel, they'd be in a great advantage here starting off in this first match. Because Cloud9, you want to take that team out in a vehicle. You do not want to fight them straight up, that's for sure.
Yeah, and that's exactly kind of what their issue was on like the first 2 days of the scrims season number 1. Like Cloud9, they were getting caught off guard on that rotation in the vehicles, and that's kind of when those teams would catch them at the worst times and just take out 1 or 2 members, just allowing them to only have 2 throughout the mid game to late game. So we didn't really see them have the opportunity to pop off. But Cloud9 definitely, learning from the mistakes, and we see them. They move a lot closer to each other compared to days 1 and 2. They were super spread apart on the rotates. Now they stay like shoulder to shoulder, all in 4 vehicles. So they definitely adapted to this lobby.
That's something that I really want to see come out of not just these North American teams, but these South American teams as well. I think if you look towards the East, those teams in the East are so good at playing as a unit. They push 3-1. They have one person cover when the other person runs up, and they've been doing that really well for over a year now. And I think that if you're a North American team that hasn't adapted to that strategy yet, you should have been doing it at the start of these scrims. But hey, you know what? If you didn't, now is better to start than later. You want to get on that and start putting in that practice ASAP.
Yeah, exactly. Because, who knows? Maybe before the PMPL scrims, these teams, they were playing in their own scrims, and it might not have been the highest of competitive level that this lobby is. So, season 1 to 2, I expect a lot of changes, especially from those teams, because we stressed it so much in season 1. Like, we stressed the importance of staying together, staying as a unit, because when it comes to teams being so split apart, like, I can't really recall any team that strategy working out in their favor in the long run. Like a play here and there, having that off angle, kind of that flanker. Yeah, sure, that works, every now and then. But a team that is constantly doing that, it just didn't pay off. Not in season 1, at least. Not in this lobby. Because in this lobby, everybody, they got the gun skills, right? They got the gun skills. So if they catch you off guard, that flank position, you're going to get shot, you're going to get taken out, you're going to get thirsted, and then right then and there, it's a 4v3.
Yeah, and it's all over. I think that is just the reason why so many players, play so spread out, is just due to that's how most of the teams in the region did. So if you had better gun skills as a squad than the whole rest of the team, here is almost catching that member on top of that hill. But going back to my point, I think that at the most point, if you had a team that had better gunners overall, you were able to play separate because the other squads play separate. And if you had better gunners, you were able to just outgun each one in a 1v1 situation. But when you're playing at this high level against these different teams, going in a 1v2 with this kind of gun skill you're going against, it's not going to work out for you. And I think we've seen that happen. As a squad pushes together, they just 2v1, 3v1 that person, and since they're so split up, once you're knocked, you're dead. You're not going to be able to get picked up. So yeah, I think that that's something that these teams have to realize and start adapting to as soon as possible.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, and I think they are. We definitely don't see as many teams super spread, at least in the early game anymore. Like, what was it? Season 1, week 1, I think it was Cultu. Every single drop out the plane, they were nowhere near each other. And they were always like our squad that our observers would go look at first, because they would find themselves in like a 1v2, 1v3, in random spots too. Like they'd have one person at Mansion, they'd have one person in Rawsock. So it really left you scratching your head. But over time, they stopped that. They completely stopped that. And we're gonna see how these teams are able to perform here. XQ, we got Starlight right here, Loot and Farm. We got the Loop squad, extremely aggressive, finding themselves on their servers, their homeland here tonight. Last season, this definitely was one of those teams that non-stop aggression. They did not hold back. If they had the opportunity to roll up in some UAZs, some Dacias, and try to get some runovers and some third-party action going on, you bet this team was the team to do just that. And they were able to capitalize quite well on the overall leaderboards with that strategy. Now here with their server, I mean, I'm definitely rooting for Loops season number 2 to be top dog.
Yeah, you can see like this is like probably one of the most dominating teams in South America. And you see Cloud9, of course, one of the top teams in North America, right here on Pachinki Hill. So you can already tell that both these squads are kind of in the same mindset of where they want to be in their placement. So that's interesting to note right off the bat. As you can see, one of those members from Loops was holding that mini with the 6X. And I'm telling you, I cannot tell you guys enough. Just recently, after this update, that mini is no joke. Laser beam. These guys, they have that kind of ability to just tap like crazy, rapid fire. And I think a lot of squads are going to start shifting over to the DMR now that with that kind of upgrade.
So we'll see as we will have the next circle. B4 lucking out big time down there. The circle is going to favor somewhat of the military base island. We got Team Queso up there to the north, right on top of the Knights. The Loops making their rotate on out of Pachinki, or at least south of Pachinki, staying doing Cloud9. A main area of action that might pop off here, at least what I'm seeing up there in the north, Hot Juice. I mean, what do you expect with this new zone?
I think a lot of these squads right now, I mean, just me looking at it, I would probably make the assumption that it's going to shift north and not go south. If it does go south, that's going to be heartbreaking for every single one of these squads. So I think that right now you're going to see a lot of teams start rotating right into that central zone, and we're going to start seeing some fights come out here in a few seconds.
So we'll see. We'll see who is set up and ready to take the initial engagement here tonight. Still 16 squads alive. We're about 10 minutes on into the map. Circle number 1 wasn't too harsh for a majority of the squads. Out there in the distance, looks like Alpha 7 got 2 of their members. No, make that 3 of their members. Getting up close and personal with Simplicity. Simplicity kind of spread apart for the time being. Also looking for a compound to call their own over here. Everybody just kind of biding their time, waiting to see exactly where this next zone will force them to go.
Yeah, everyone's just trying to make that rotation as soon as they possibly can. Minwoo, unfortunately here with Simplicity, got taken out by a member from Wildcard. So that's going to be Simplicity down 1 right off the bat. They're over here in this mansion area trying to get in. I think we saw Wildcard as well go into the hill right above Reds on the side of Pachinki. I think that's going to set them up pretty well. I just think every single team right now is trying to find the best position they possibly can and hope the zone locks right on top of them, because this is one of those tough ones that if that zone hard shifts to another team, it's not going to be easy to rotate to them.
Exactly. All about keeping your tires safe for the time being. That's definitely going to play a heavy factor in whether or not your team can continue to succeed with these zones and possible hard shifts. HZL maybe taking some target practice. Might have spotted something all the way out there in the distance. Having a good time.
Yeah, maybe I think you saw a tree that was looking mighty suspicious there. He was like, I don't like the way that tree's looking at me. Took him out. Make sure that's not an enemy here. Nunez, that's so scary. Playing on top of those roofs right there. It's a tough position. Look at these cars, though. Look how they're set up right here. They are protecting them. That's something that you really love to see from these squads, because you do not want to lose a vehicle in a zone like this. Great play from Ace1 right there. Good car protection.
Yeah, and that's another reason why I personally love watching these scrims. And I know, I've gotten messages from other people who tune in and check them out. They learn so much. They learn so many new tactics that they just weren't implementing into their own gameplay before. So hopefully with these scrims, you can learn something new every single day. especially when it comes to the little things in life. So looking around, we will have the next circle pop here in just a moment. We got B4 over there on that eastern coast, on that eastern bridge. Simplicity right to the north of that. If you are B4, you need to make a move because Crime or Cream, Simplicity, Team Solid, GRUNTo are all going to be right on in your pathway, and it is going to spell disaster.
Yeah, I think if you're B4, you feel that a crime was committed with this kind of zone shift on them right there. But at the end of the day, I mean, I think every single one of these teams was assuming that that's exactly where the zone's going to go. So tempo, all these squads that were able to get there first, they're going to be set up really, really well right now. I think that if you're any of one of these teams that are in zone, you just don't want any player to get knocked. Because the second that knock happens, you run the risk of just getting full sent on right now. So if you're like Cream Real Betis right here, you want to make sure you get that squad up, that squad mate up, and get ready for this next fight. Because you can see everybody is getting ready to get moving here. You can see like they're actually smoking that car as well, that dossier. Great place.
I mean, they're not in the zone. They're not in the zone. They are real close to it, but GRUNTo right to the north of that, and then you're going to have Team Solid to the south of this. So if you are Cream, get that player up like you mentioned and get on out of harm's way. This might be the perfect opportunity because we got B4 in their convoy moving just north of this. So that will definitely be distracting at least GRUNTo for the time being. Hopefully Cream could make it on into the new zone. They will be receiving some shots from that squad down there, Team Solid, who has been in the south for some time. If you are Cream, it looks like you're heading right towards XQ Gaming though, so we'll have to pay close attention to the kill feed.
Good to see B4 kind of doing they're hugging zone right now. So they're just kind of right now hugging edge, just trying to find any little open space, and that's exactly what they did. Great play from them. When you're on a hard shift like that, it's all about just getting there safely. And yeah, they were able to secure that position and get ready for the next zone.
I mean, I'm surprised. 14 minutes in, 16 teams still alive. I mean,
only 2 people.
There's not a lot of real estate left here, especially when we come to the next zone. Like, is it going to hard shift? Is it going to center on up? Got a lot of DPs in play. It looks like Call2, they actually lost one of their vehicles, so they're going to be over here with that shack for cover. Team Queso, though, great position in my opinion. They got the water to their backside, so really they only have to worry about 3 angles compared to 4. They don't really need to worry about the whole 360 because no one's going to be coming up, swimming up at this late in the game. So Team Queso setting up in a great spot. I mean, what's your takes on this position?
I think that's it's a really good position. The only problem is like when a hard shift comes, because if the hard shift does come, it's really you're kind of target practice for all these squads. You got to make sure you keep an eye on those teams down the hill, that if it hard shifts away, the second they move out is when you want to move out. Because yeah, you can see right here, CultuBGBG, they have eyes on them already. So right now, if you're Team Queso, you're just hoping the zone does not leave you. Oh, wow. They did it. They were blessed. So they're set up and ready to go. So right now, they just need to stand up and shoot at anything that moves.
Dude, if you're Team Solid, if you're Cream, if you're XQ Gaming, like, there's not a lot of room to work with down there to the south on the beach. And we see that already. GRUNTo will be finding one of their members bleeding on out. They actually only have Q, the last remaining member, up and at him, trying to avoid this like the plague, but will be getting third-partied out there in the distance by B4. Q, they do have a vehicle, but by the way they're aiming down sights, they are looking to maybe get the revive. It could spell disaster. Russell, right close, right next to him, right behind him, trying to do everything in their power to continue to survive themselves. And the last remaining member for Simplicity, you have a UAS, you're on the outskirts of the old zone. You have a journey ahead of you here. Not a lot of options.
He's mad. He's like, how dare you shoot the tires to my UAS? If I'm not leaving, you're not either right there. So yeah, last member up, Russell just putting on those shots, gets a knock and kind of takes out those tires to that buggy. But yeah, everyone's on the rotate right now. Oh, Wildcard's right next to Team Queso right here.
Yeah, it looks like Slicky is getting that revive, Team Queso. So, I mean, they can kind of be neighbors for the time being. I don't think Team Queso will appreciate this and allow it, as we already see grenades just ringing on out from the side of Team Queso, and they're inflicting a lot of damage. That's the thing with this shack. Like, you got the cover, but I feel like, if Team Queso wanted to, they could push right up in there, toss a molly through that upper window, and there you go. I mean, there's your duo who once had protection. They're out.
Yeah, you know, if I were Team Queso, I would leave Wildcard there so you can have the opportunity to shoot at everything else. And that's exactly what they're doing, as they found Cream driving in the water, and now they're going fishing.
Oh man, so it looked like all 4 members of Cream, they were actually able to make it on into the new zone, or at least the edge of the new zone. They're gonna be swimming like you mentioned, and right when they crash into the water, you see immediately Cream all scattering, all dispersing, all swimming in all types of directions, just trying to survive. If you are Wildcard and you hear this, this might be the prime opportunity if you want to get a little aggressive and take out Team Queso. But by looking at the mini map in the top right hand corner, looks like Wildcard, they're fine. They're fine with having Team Queso right to the south of them, and Team Queso, they're fine with, you know, possibly getting some free points out here on these swimmers.
Yeah, you know, you said that Cream got into zone. I think they got into zone with the biggest asterisk ever right there. You know, unfortunately, they're all swimming for their lives, losing 2 members, and they have a couple barely on their wits' end right here. But I think, yeah, if you're Team Queso and Wildcard, you're both in zone. You should see each other as teammates right now. You know, focus on just trying to kill all the teammates to get other teams together, and then, you know, hey, fight it out to see who gets the 1-2 finish. No reason in risking going out early right now when y'all are both in zone.
Yeah, especially because Wildcard, they did lose 1 on that push, so they're gonna have 3 up. Looking over here to the north, though, we still have Ace, our highlighted team, or at least one of those highlighted squads here of the night. Gonna be up there in the north, prone, doing that snaking strategy. They got their DPs locked and loaded. DPs utilizing that tripod when you are prone, so you'll be able to get a little better accuracy. We're gonna see right to the east of them, Tempo Storm, another shift. Hey, if you're Team Queso, these circles are looking really good for you. Really good.
Oh, you're set up nice and pretty right here, and I think that you need to make that agreement with Wildcard right now to just be neighbors. Because if you fight it out, the second Team Queso and Wildcard start going at it, a team's going to third-party them 100%. And that's the last thing that you want to deal with right now. So I think if you're either one of these teams, you need to be focused on everybody else moving in and worried about each other later.
I'm actually surprised. We didn't see the elimination of Cream, so they managed to, at least for the time being, swim their way on into that new zone, and it will be favoring them somewhat. So unless Team Queso, they really want to take them out and, you know, risk, you know, peeking on over those ridges, Cream might be able to survive and gather some more placement points. But the main story right now is all these teams up here in the north. You got CultuBGBG, you got Alpha 7, you got Ace1. They all need to make their push. They all need to make their approach. When it comes to Ace,
here they
got
all
a couple
come.
vehicles to work with. Everyone's going to be in those vehicles. CultuBGBG, though, this is a good opportunity for them to rack up some kills. All they need to do is all fire on these vehicles, and that's exactly what they're doing. We see Alpha 7, Mezexis being exploded in the kill feed. Over here, the Knights find themselves in their own engagement right after Ace made that crash into this compound.
Look at that. You got Ace, Loops, Pittsburgh Knights all going at it right now, trying to find their best position. Paralyzed started to smoke out. They already lost 2 members, just trying to stay alive as long as they can. All of them are in the zone right here. So, oh, it's going to be really tough right now. If you're Ace, you got to be real careful. Here comes a nade, and that's it.
Oh,
Nunez down by Raven.
Oh, no. Nunez, they suspected that grenade landed right on in there. We saw him looking around, but we didn't see the explosion. So they're like, oh, it must have been this team. With that grenade immediately, the Knights going to be pushing on in. Raven with that Uzi, trying to get the confirms right now. J7 and both Jagger will be knocked down and out from the team, but just like that, the Knights able to successfully defend their compounds, at least for the time being. Jagger find themselves near a 4-member squad of Loops. I don't know if Jagger will be successful in the revive. Nope, we see Jagger taken down and out. So Knights, Loops, going to be neighbors for the time being. CultuBGBG still with 3 up, able to manage to make their way, weaseled their way on into the zone to the north. And I believe that's it for B4.
They survived. They made it in there right there. We saw a huge nade from Raven right there to open up the fight. You know, hey, there's sometimes it's okay to be neighbors, but at the edge of zone right here, you don't want to be neighbors that close. So, I mean, they hit a good, solid nade right there and just full sent it, and were able to get the secure right there. So they're going to be set up, good to go. The zone did hard shift off them. Wow. 45 seconds left, so they need to start getting moving right now, or at least get a plan in place.
You know who's liking this circle? Team Queso. Once again, this is like the 4th
zone
circle
magnets
in a row. Yeah, it is 100% paying off. So now this is going to be interesting. really, if you are the Knights, if you are Loops, you got to take each other out before focusing on the zone. If you don't, you're just going to get backstabbed. You're going to get fired upon in the process. Looks like the Knights are going to be attempting to toss some smokes. They also got CultuBGBG right in front of them, attempting to take some shots, maybe pop out their tires as well. I mean, what's the game plan here, Jukes? What do you see, you know, these squads doing?
It would be interesting to see, like, if these teams that are no longer on the outside, if somehow they can both recognize that, hey, we need you guys to get in, and you need us to get in. So if you don't shoot... Oh, look at that!
Huge
Lux with the DP!
The Gilly sneaking up right there. And let's see, though. Let's
Snake
see,
squad.
I mean, what you're saying. It's a huge opportunity.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy right now. So I think Loops and PK need to not worry about each other and fight everybody else to get in, and then worry about each other later. Because look at Raven. He's driving right into it. Oh, this is not going to be an easy one.
Oh, there's a little dip right there, right to the left of Raven. 2 members of Tempo actually going to allow Raven to get on into the zone. Raven chunked down pretty low.
He got caught.
As I say that, both Spec and Tenta will be dually tossing out some grenades, connecting right onto Raven, getting the vehicle explosion. The Knights aware of this. The Knights only with 1 more member up. G3, they're going to be crawling, finding their way on into this new zone.
Tempo had a really good car wall. They're dead center of zone right now. So they just need to make sure that they're securing themselves to not get knocked and just try to be able to hit those shots in this position, because you got some big teams right now snaking in the grass looking to take you out right this instant, because this zone, it's getting dangerous.
I mean, everybody's snaking. That's the only thing you can really do right now, as we see CultuBGBG.
No cover.
7 kills so far. 7 kills. We know Lux has got the DP. Looks like they're gonna be in a little closer, spotting out Tempo. They are right in the middle of some smoke, so this might be an indicator from the duo from CultuBGBG just to get some cover fire going on here. Lux is gonna be tossing a grenade right on into that smoke, and look, they're gonna be getting a knock over here, but uneven from C9. Will be getting the steal. Let's mention Cloud9. They have 4 alive. They somehow managed to continue to survive here. As I say that, we see both of them get knocked right there by Loops. Oh, I jinxed it. I jinxed it hard.
Are you kidding me? Great shots from Loops with their backs pressed up against the wall, hitting some big knocks right there on Cloud9 to create some breathing room, but it's not going to be easy to get into this zone right now.
Tempo, they got Rain actually in the vehicle, pretending that they're not here. And it looks like Team Queso will be starting to get some more shots on CultuBGBG. CultuBGBG are going to be knocked down and out. We got 4 teams remaining. Tempo with 3. We got Loop still alive on over that hill as well. And it does look like the 2 knocks on the side of Cloud9 were successful. Beowulf, they have a nice little dip. They're super close to Team Queso. Beowulf is trying to get the information on Team Queso. If Beowulf had a molly, if Beowulf had some utility like some grenades, now would be the time to throw it over here. Marco almost falling off that cliff, and here comes the grenades right on top of Team Queso.
Oh my
4
gosh.
members of Cloud9.
Big one right here.
Trying to clutch it out. Trying
Got
to
him!
clear out the end. And
Oh my
Adar
goodness.
with a huge double knock right there onto Mystic and Yala. Now it's just down to 1 more member of Team Queso, and they've been favored time and time again with the zone. Their luck no longer.
They were favored with the zone, but they were not favored with the grenades coming from Adder. For 3, hits it right there. Big time clutch time, because they needed to get that knock instantly. They had 5 seconds left in the zone. Clutch finish right there for Cloud9. So now you just got to worry about Tempo Storm in the middle, but it's Snake City right now. And they'll look at this last member from Loops, and heck, we got to worry about every single member from Loops, because these guys can hit shots.
Mistake me if I'm wrong, Jukes here, but what Rain is doing, can't they jump in the vehicle, and aren't you able to get like a better sight line, like a better camera view of around you?
Yep, that's a really high IQ play right there. So they're keeping that vehicle alive so they can just hop in it and use that 3rd person from the vehicle to be able to get a little bit more sight line and possibly spot somebody for your team right there. So that's why they're working so hard to especially smoke and secure it, because that's a big brain play right there for Tempo.
And that could be the deciding factor on whether or not they win over here. Looks like uneven from Cloud9. The Snake will be spotted. Tempo still with 2 up, at least the Snakes. And like we mentioned, Rain will be still occupying that vehicle. Spec jumped down pretty low, looking to prep
Big
another
nade.
grenade, at least in the general
Got
direction
him.
where Uneven was knocked. And
Spec.
there goes another one on the side of Tempo Storm. These grenades are inflicting so much damage right now. But don't underestimate Loops. They got one more member up, and they're getting close. They're going to have this cover for this burnt dot.
That's Cloud9 out. Oh my goodness.
Cloud9 down.
That's it. Oh, but here comes Carreta.
Oh,
2v1.
the trade. So that's going to be giving away their position. Tensa now going to be making the push on up. Remember, that last remaining member from Loops, they have the dossier for cover, and I also believe they're in the zone, at least for the time being. So they're going to be peeking out. They're going to be spraying. Spec trying to crawl, trying to get as much information, trying to get the read right here. Tensa in the smokes. Rain going to be tossing a molly. Is it going to burn? So close. Here comes the grenade in return here. Spec
it on those vehicles.
So there goes another points on over to the Loops here. 8 kills on the Loop,
1v1.
11 kills on the Tempo. Tempo looking to secure the bag, looking to take the first chicken dinner.
Oh my goodness!
2. Rain now it's down to just a 1v1.
So close.
Wow, Tensa with the Uzi able to get the final blow there and get the dub. It was close though. It was close.
Way too close for comfort right there. I thought that Tensa was going to run in just for a straight up 1v1. And in my head, I was like, no, just wait. Use your teammate right there. And as soon as he ran up, he just kind of held back, waited for his squad mate. And yeah, able to get that 2v1. A little too close for comfort, but still got it done right there. Tempo in first place. First winners of Season 2, Dave.
With 12 kills. 12 kills.
Big.
So already racking up some points. Hey, I mean, to be expected. Hopefully this can continue for Loops, but Loops with that second place, pretty decent amount of kills for themselves as well. Cloud9, I mean, we didn't really focus on Cloud9. They just kind of showed up in the late game with their full squad alive. That's just their MO. That's just their style out here. I mean, they do it so well. Team Queso, though, what? I mean, I missed it by just a hair. What spot did they get? Did they get like 5th place? I mean, they had so many circles that game.
Yeah, they were set up and ready to go right there. Just a huge, huge nade right there from Cloud9. Was able to take them down and out early. Yeah, and it's tough. It's tough in those positions. I was surprised. I guess Team Queso was out of kit. Unfortunately, not able to hit those grenades back. And it looks like one member from Team Queso fell down. So he was stuck on the bottom right there and unable to get up and help his teammate. And yeah, tough break for Team Queso. Big plays, though, from Cloud9.
I gotta say though, the whole neighbors thing for Wildcard and Team Queso didn't really work out for Wildcard. They only got 1 kill and like a 9th place out of that. So they eventually got sandwiched. I mean, there's so many teams kind of fighting for that same real estate there at the end. I feel like if you were Wildcard, you know, your golden opportunity might have been to try to third party onto Team Queso when they were shooting at who is that Cream out there in the water. Like you knew they were distracted. A couple mollies, a couple grenades in that general direction could have been the play there, but of course, you know, it's easy for me to say in hindsight compared to when in the game, you know. So wow, great game number 1 here.
Great game number 1 indeed. So I guess let's go over right now and talk to our good friend, the 7 Worlds Gaming right here, so we can show some post-game analysis. What is happening, 7WG? What'd you think about game number 1?
Oh man, it feels good to be here and be part of that, man. Let me go ahead and tell you the play that I'm gonna be able to break down for you, where C9 went up against Team Queso. It's absolutely insane, and it came down to just mad knowledge and kind of getting lucky with the divots too. That was an insane finish, man. I really thought Team Queso was gonna be able to take actually more advantage of their position. Because they were just so high up and being able to see people from the beach and being able to see people, I think it was XQ as well. But it seems like they weren't able to get the kills because they have Wildcard right next to them. But I cannot. It was exciting, man. It was definitely a surprise. And those little dips that I'm going to be showing you, game changers.
Oh, man, I can't wait to check it out right now. So why don't we go over to you and show us a little bit, you know, of exactly what was happening here for game number 1.
Let's do it, baby. Now, what I'm going to be showing you here, guys, is I'm going to be showing you the fight between Cloud9 and also the fight between none other than Team Queso. And as you're going to be able to see right here, you're going to be able to spot my boy, C9 Beowulf, just using that little divot perfectly. And I mean, like, it couldn't have been any better for him. And I'm just gonna go ahead and start playing here. Hopefully, smooth this down a little bit more. You see Marco go down. Just, it came out a little bit lucky there for him because he saved them some extra time. But the grenades, just relentless there from Cloud9. And as soon as they saw they got those 2 knocks, it was game over for Team Queso. Pyra, even though Pyra knew he wasn't going to be able to get back up and he was going to die to the zone, he knew as long as he got back down there, he would be absolutely fine and get those extra kills. Now, another section I want to go ahead and show you right here is the end of the fight, which is, it's pretty interesting. Another part, the little divots coming into huge play. Tempo getting super blessed with just the terrain here. Cloud9 is not going to be able to see Tempo rain. Spec is out there in the open, and my boy. But the thing is that dip was not giving them any type of clear sight, and he was not able to kill the Tempo people, and that's why they pretty much went ahead and just absolutely destroyed them. There you got it, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you enjoy it, and I cannot wait to see what's going to go ahead and happen in game number 2.
Man, what a first game that we saw here, ladies and gentlemen. A way to start off Season 2 right here of the PMPL Americas Scrims. North America, South America, fighting out who's the best in the West right here. And I believe we got the scores up and ready to go right here.
Oh.
So why don't we go ahead and check out. Let's go ahead and check out right now and see exactly how they were, what they're looking like after the first match of the evening. And as you can see, we got none other than Tempo Storm starting off with a big 32 points, 20 placement points, 12 kills. Oh my goodness.
What a great beginning of season number 2, especially for NA. Looking in second place, GRUNTo Esports, 14 placement points, 8 total kills. Cloud9 were able to get third place with 8 kills themselves. CultuBGBG, 7 kills. Team Queso, 5th place. 5th place with 6.
Huge right there performance right there. Cloud9 being able to clutch it out with some really good plays, able to get a little bit of 4 extra points onto Team Queso. But I mean, hey, that's not a big gap. That is not a big gap at all. So any one of these teams can come up and make it happen here as they have 3 more matches to go. Each one of these teams have 3 matches left to go, but we have 4 in total that we're gonna watch here today, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, exactly. And just a reminder, Group A will be sitting out next game. That's going to be Loops, Simplicity, Knights, and Team Solid. They will be sitting out on the Miramar, and we'll let these other teams that haven't had the opportunity to play here yet in season number 2, going to be their first game. So a lot of nerves are, on the line here, but it is the beginning. It is the beginning of season number 2. So we'll see what to be expected. But XQ Gaming, 10th place down there, 3 kills. Alpha 7, they got punished hard on their rotate in game number 1.
Yeah,
Big
they made it happen.
We're going to see GRUNTo in 11th place, B4, 12th place, Cream, 13th, Team Solid, 14th, Team Carreta, 15th place. And then Ace1, one of our highlighted teams of the evening, also another team that paying the ultimate price of their lives here, only getting 1 point in game number 1. They're set up there in the north. They had 4 vehicles. They made the crash. I believe it was onto the Knights compound, and they just didn't survive.
That's insane. That's honestly insane. They lasted for so long right there. One of the final circles to be able to get in, and you're taken out in last place. That just goes to show you how competitive these lobbies are. And as a quick reminder, ladies and gentlemen, Omen Elite, Tribe Gaming, Enxame Gaming, and Mezexis ESports did sit out the first match. So they did not play. That's why you're going to see them with 0 total placement points right here. But yeah, Ace1, tough break for them to start off game number 1. But, heck, plenty more matches to go.
Plenty of more matches. And if you're an Omen fan, if you're a Tribe, if you're an Enxame, if you're a Mezexis, hey, you're going to be in the next lobby, baby. So right now, players currently loading on up into said lobby, getting ready to go. Looking at one of our teams of the day here, Ace1. This is after map number 1 here. No kills, but They were able to get a couple damage. I mean, we saw Nunez up there with the DP. I think they got a knock or two. I mean, with the 259 damage, just not able to get the thirst. Unfortunate. Unfortunate for them.
Yeah, they were putting in work like crazy. It's just, unfortunately, yeah, I mean, they lasted till practically Endgame. Just got taken out. All these other squads were able to keep at least one member alive. And to go out in last place right there doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good right there. But, you got 3 more matches to go, and we've seen, heck, these scoreboards can change in just a quarter of a second. So I'm interested to see how Ace1's going to be able to do in the rest of the 3 matches. Moving on, let's see our other team of the day, CultuBGBG. Look at that. Lux with 5 kills on his own.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Lux, what weapon were they? I think they were also using the DP. They were pulling in the grass. They were tossing out some grenades. So, yeah, I mean, 711 damage. Huge game number 1 for the team, Cultu. Hopefully, this is what we should expect from the squad, every single game. That consistency with getting these kills.
100%. I'm looking forward to see how they're going to be able to perform. Great performance and good start for match number 1. 7 kills. Not easy to get in these kind of lobbies, that's for sure. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. Right now, we're going to go ahead and quick break as we let these teams get loaded up in the lobby, getting ready for match number 2, which is going to be none other than Miramar 2.0. So don't go anywhere.
Cheer Park is a brand new feature in patch 0.18.0. It's a place for players to relax with their friends, practice skills, and meet new people. You can enter Cheer Park through the main menu, so invite some friends and explore this new space. The shooting range has been revamped. Now, when you start a round, you'll have 60 seconds to down 20 targets spread over 5 waves. Your results will then be rated and displayed. The player with the highest rating will stay at the top of the ranking for others to challenge. You can also play against your friends to see who is the better marksman. Players can now duel other players in Cheer Park via quick draw. The duel will start after both sides confirm the fight. The two sides will have red borders and start a duel. The player that defeats the other wins. Don't forget to take a photo with each other afterwards. Friendship first, results second. The selfie system is also available in Cheer Park. Get together, find the right angle, and strike a pose. Say cheese. Nice shot. Don't forget to share it on social media. Players can also create their own cheer parks and invite their friends. Many special buildings from the original map can also be found in Cheer Park. Don't miss out. Of course, there's a lot more than what was mentioned, so come explore Cheer Park's features now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, match number 1's in the books, and you can hear that sound because we're going into none other than Miramar 2.0.
Winchesters, check. Golden Marauder, check. New compounds, check. Anything else? Oh, vending machines, check.
Oh
what
my
else
goodness.
do I miss?
Golden Marauders. Golden Marauders. You know, so good, so fresh, so clean. Ready to see how it's going to happen here. Because we see people making it happen in style, Dave. So give me a quick reminder. Which teams are sitting out here of this match?
Quick reminder, it is going to be Group A. So Loops, Simplicity, Knights, Team Solid. They will be on the bench this game, drinking some Kool-Aid, having a good old time, relaxing. Checking out the plane here, though, of the first Miramar map of season number 2, Exam. Looks like they're going to be heading over there to the ruins, maybe Trailer Park. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting kind of early game for that squad. We do have Omen. They're sticking it. They're still in the plane. Looks like Tempo just recently dropped out of the plane. The chat, man, the chat was going crazy, by the way. There's a bunch of mustache talk, and there was something, the people were saying Omen are sitting out today, but that's obviously not the case.
Oh my goodness.
They are
Once
playing.
Again, you guys got to remember here, 5 matches this evening. 1 team sits out. Omen Elite sat out the first one, so 0 points so far because they didn't play. But now they are in the game, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to definitely see them on the scoreboard as this is one of the other teams that actually got 2 first-place finishes in season number 1. So, yeah, this is their first game match of season 2, and I'm looking forward to see them, you know, heck, you got to stand up for your name. You got to say, hey, we're one of the baddest teams in NA, and this is the place to prove it.
Exactly. So getting on into game number 2. Welcome everybody in the Twitch, the Facebook, the YouTube chats. Season number 2.
Let's go.
Uneven over there from Cloud9 going to El Pozo. I mean, anything really sticking out to you that you saw on the mini map there just a second ago?
Nothing really too out of the ordinary. Dead center zone here in Miramar, so nothing really too crazy. I know one thing that I'm thinking about right off the bat is you see Cloud9 heading over to El Pozo. They're gonna have that clean and free. And in a map like Miramar, a map where you want to be as looted to the teeth as possibly as you can, that's the place to go. So they're going to be set up going into the match. Not to mention, they got zoned. So if you're Cloud9, you're pretty happy right now.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to have that whole city all to themselves. In comparison, down here on Los Leones, we got Cultu, we got Cream, we got Alpha, 7GG. So we're going to have 3 teams right on top of each other. Here we go. I mean, looking at it already, it looks like one of the members from Alpha 7 just trying to hop in a buggy, trying to rotate on into their squad mates to safety and just get some loot. I mean, all they have right now, hey, they have a level 3 vest, which is pretty sick. But a level 1 helmet, the weapons not looking too hot. Cream over here trying to take some shots on them, making sure, hey, stay away from the west side of Los Leones. It is occupied, and you gotta assume these teams are aware that there's 3 other squads in the general area. They had to have seen each other on the parachute drop.
Oh yeah, they know exactly where they're at right now, and fortunately not able to get that first knock. I mean, you can't beat it. If you're getting an M4 red dot off the bat, you're happy. You're happy right now in Miramar. So unfortunately, not able to get it, but you're pretty well set up going to the next match, and you got some practice shots in, so you're good to go.
You are good to go. So, like Jukes mentioned, circle number 1 it is pretty much favoring the whole entirety of the map. So a lot of these teams shouldn't have too much of a challenge when it comes to finding some type of positioning in this first zone. We might have some teams fight for some centralized positions. I mean, Team Queso, XQ, Tempo, we know they like to send a center very early on. So maybe we'll have to pay attention to those 3 teams in particular. Besides that, like you said, Cloud9, El Pozo, all to themselves. Their only threat really would possibly be Exam. Remember, Exam are over there in the ruins, and ruins are not in circle number 1. So Exam, they might opt to finish off their looting through El Pozo. But by then, C9, they're a squad that likes to loot and get out real quick. So they shouldn't be there anymore. But of course, you never know.
Yeah, exactly right. You know, this is a big first zone. Honestly, we shouldn't be really seeing too much action off the bat, but you never know if one of these squads just happens to pass by one of the other. You're going to get into it really quickly, as we saw one of them, this member right here from Cream Real Betis, Italox, gets knocked from the car 98 right there. So that's going to be unfortunate. It looks like they're looking to play a little slow because Lukitas doesn't seem to have the best loot going into this one, so he might be able to crawl his way to safety.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It looks like Nitsu, at least from Cream, trying to get on over there, trying to help their squad mate out, running as fast as they can, actually putting away their weapons. And as I say that, you know, they see a piece of candy on the floor. There's some additional loot. I don't know if they're prioritizing the revive here. I don't know. Jukes it.
Well, you know, Nitsu is running as fast as he can, and Italox was crawling as fast as he can right here. Oh, but look, Nitsu might be able to just catch Rolex right here running up in the open. He sees him.
Ooh,
he got turned on.
Like the spray and turned on with the AKM, and Rolex
no,
able to get the thirst and now potentially get another point. Nitsu.
He's getting that point.
Like you said. Yeah.
Not ideal. Oh.
Unlucky. I mean, it's definitely going to have Cream rethink Miramar maps moving forward if they want to drop near Alpha 7.
You know, that's why I don't like having a red dot on the AK. That's just me, though. You know, that's why you think you see a lot of people like that iron sight on there. For some reason, it's just a little cleaner. Unfortunately, yeah, if you're Cream, you're on your server here. You had that other member. You saw Rolex first, hands down. You got to hit those. Rolex turned around and said, "Oh, hi, I'll show you. I'll show you that I can hit these." And boom, that went from 1 point to 2 points, just like that.
Oh, man. Hey, Cream, they're still going to be alive, though. They're going to have a duo. And as I say that, we're going to pop on over to Cream in their bus, in their journey. Looks like they're going to be doing some drive-bys, creating some chaos of their own. They weren't able to get the down, but they definitely inflicted some damage. Looking on over here, Wildcard also on their rotates. Everybody just kind of getting prepared mentally and, of course, physically when it comes to the vehicles for this next zone, and see exactly where it goes. Look like Slicky's going to go all the way up to the top of this mountain. Hopefully they have a scope. They should be able to get some decent sight lines and some good information, maybe come up with some type of plan for their rotations.
Yeah, you know, they're set up looking pretty. Look at Slicky right here with that mini. And this mini is no joke right now. And he's a guy that can make it happen for sure. Mini and M4. So he's running all 5.56. So he's going to have to be really careful when he's trying to take these shots if a team drives by to not run out of ammo too quickly. He's got to keep an eye on that. But yeah, Wildcard spreading out right now, trying to get the most sight line they can. And the second that one player calls out, you're going to see the rest of the team run to him immediately.
Was that a red dot on the mini, though? I mean, oh, man, I can't.
Oh, but Slicky can hit those. Slicky can hit those.
I know.
For sure.
But
that red dot's strong.
May the red dot protect you here. Looks like Wildcard are going to be sharing some loot. Teamwork makes the dream work out here. And Acer, level 3 vest, level 2 helm, level 3 bag. So Wildcard definitely setting up. Already looking really good. Their looting phase was a success. First time of the season number 2, Team Carreta. They did sit out game number 1. They're gonna be coming on into the games here of season number 2. Definitely one of my teams to follow here. Because we talked about it on the last day of season 1. Like they come into these games with some interesting tactics, I guess you can say, and it just seems to work. I mean, they're pretty consistent when it comes to using those tactics. And you know what I'm talking about.
Yo, I know. Oh, the trap, man. The figure 4. They make it happen when they get into a zone early. They like to sit in a building and not just sit. They sit still. Oh my goodness. Dude. They don't make a sound, and they just wait and slowly, they get that one member that drives up, thinks he's safe because he hasn't heard one footstep, goes into the wrong corner, and bam, he is out of there.
The whole team might be out of there. The whole team
just stands up like, it's like a full force.
They let the squad pull up. And that right there, like if I'm in a lobby with Team Carreta, like I'm gonna definitely be like second and maybe even 3 or 4 times guessing myself, like, is the squad in this compound? Like you just never know.
Every corner, goodness gracious. They don't just let them pull up. They let them pull up, knock on the door, ring the doorbell, wash their feet, get inside the house, wash their hands, check what's inside the fridge, and then they come out and say hi. It's insane. Yeah. For those of you that are just showing up right now, you have to see it to believe it. That's a squad that definitely, like you said, if I was in this one, you got to just check every single corner of every room because you don't know if a member of Trem, Carreta, Furacao is sitting around waiting for you.
I mean, besides, checking every corner, like as a squad, like, is there any really other strategy that you can kind of do to make sure that doesn't happen?
You got to full clear every single building. I think that at this high level, anytime you rotate, anytime you move into a new position, you have to assume that it's taken already no matter what. So if you're there, just take the extra time, get the full squad to just clear every single room together. And if you do that and you catch a team, like Trem Carreta sitting there, you're going to be able to 4v1 that person that pops out. And then the rest pushes in and you're at an advantage. So you'll be good to go. You just got to clear.
But we'll see. We'll see if these teams have learned their lesson here and a little more cautious here in season number 2. It looks like Spring is going to be seeing GRUNTo rotating on over that road. Spring, I do believe, taking a couple shots onto Q, maybe looking to pop some of these tires, make them spill out.
Burn setting up the trap?
Setting up the trap themselves here, learning something from Team Carreta. I mean, all these teams most likely going to be waiting to see where his next zone shifts as well. Ooh, Acer getting extremely close to GRUNTo.
Here they go.
Wow. And here comes the initial shots. Acer gonna be opening this one up. What fears me is how far Spring is. Yeah, Slicky up there will be getting a knock onto Shane. I believe that is.
Wildcard was so split up, but it just worked out.
Yeah.
I mean, they just were able to. They didn't count on being on Slicky being that split up and on another off angle right there, and boom, that's 2 members of GRUNTo. Now they're on their heels. Now they got to start running and finding another position.
Looks like they're gonna be maybe popping their vehicles because Wildcard are looking to get the confirms. Ran forced to going into the dirt, heel on up, but this time that it's gonna take the heel could be the perfect amount of time for Wildcard to get these 2 additional points. Wildcard looking extremely aggressive right now, not wanting to allow GRUNTo to continue to survive. And
oh
wow,
my goodness,
talk about a shift. If your tribe, Omen Elite, Alpha 7, wow, I mean, you have to make your way on into this new zone somehow, some way.
Yeah, they're just gonna edge in. It looks like, Wildcard, they could have got those 2 extra points, but I think seeing this zone, they're going to prioritize just trying to catch people on the rotation because they have to. They know that people are coming. With that kind of hard shift like that, if you're Wildcard, you're happy. But, like you said, if you're Tribe and all these other squads, you got to get going, and that's exactly what we're seeing right here.
Everybody's going to be popping in their vehicles before CultuBGBG having a solid game number 1. They're going to have to test their ability here. They're going to be pulling up to this hill. Right on the opposite end of the hill will be Tribe. Looks like they're going to be popping out. Ooh, MP49, I see. Going to be taking out the M4, trying to take some shots, inflict some damage onto King A on their vehicle out here. And looks like they'll be able to do just a little bit, just enough. Tribe, they do have a compound, though. They have
That was
the
some
hard
good
cover.
suppressive fire from Sam right there. You know, able to just say, hey, leave King A alone. Let him come over here to our teammate. So that worked out well. But look at this. CultuBGBG.
What's going on? Yeah, Lux out here just in the open. You're going to be seeing one of the members from Alpha 7 just casually driving on right by him, exploding that vehicle.
Oh, we got
Paralyzed
their
out here in
party.
the distance, trying to,
Oh,
you know,
no.
get this 2v1 going on, but looks like it is not going to be paying off. Lux getting a little aggressive right there. Going to be pushing on over the hill, getting third party themselves here. Looks like Fran will be tossing out some smokes, looking to get the revive.
XQ
Ace
Gaming.
paralyzed, crawling towards their squad mate, looking for the pickup. Not going to be successful. XQ over there doing such a good job with the third party on both Ace and Cultu.
From far range, you know, from long distance. XQ putting the shots down right there. You can see Lux was trying to get that thirst, that quick secure on that 1 point. But, you know, you saw XQ Gaming from downtown. They're like, that's my kill. Taking down Lux. And yeah, you can see as Alpha 7 driving by. Oh my goodness, everyone's trying to get into zone right now.
I mean, it was a kind of an awkward pull-up for Ace because they actually were able to pass Lux, the solo member for the time being from Cultu, and they decided to pump their brakes compared to regrouping with their other duos that actually had a compound already. So they sent the duo back. Interesting fight. They got third party in the process, and now one of their squad mates are kind of pinned down, just hoping and praying that they could be forgotten about, because we saw Alpha 7 driving on right by him. Rolex actually on the opposite end of the road as well. Here comes Lux looking to make the pull up, tossing the smoke to block the sight lines from XQ, but no gun in hand. Gonna be getting taken down themselves and now bleeding on out, but it does seem like Cultu were able to wipe out that squad mate of Ace, and Ace, the duo, now forced to defend their compound here against XQ.
I am so shocked to see Ace not be able to get that secure onto Shifan. Shifan was so far away from the rest of his team, but still, Ace just played it passive, and the Rex of SQ Gaming was able to get up to him, and then they are going to get the revive right now. So yeah, if you're Ace, that's a huge miss right there. You gotta, if you get that one knock, you gotta play extra aggressive and make sure that you don't get that free pull up, because yeah, now you're gonna have to face a full squad of XQ Gaming here in the next few seconds.
And the third party. Now Cultu, they're kind of returning the favor onto XQ. They're like, hey, you were third partying us earlier. Well, we're gonna do the same thing for you now. Only thing is, I don't believe any of this is in the next circle. So that additional pressure is going to be applied here very shortly. Like you said, Starlight able to get revived. So Starlight and AZ going to be tossing some smokes. Looks like the duo of Ace are going to try to evacuate the area using these smokes to sneak on out and start to prioritize the new zone. Going to be tossing some grenades, and
they're on the run.
They need to do the same thing. Yeah, all these teams for the time being going to be pausing this fight and trying to focus on getting on into the new zone. Fran was knocked out there from Alpha 7. Remember, Alpha 7, they left Rolex just kind of in the open. I believe Rolex popped out their vehicle, attempting to get some additional points for themselves as well.
Ace is out of there. That was so clutch. They were able to do some offensive nades, some pre-fire shots, and the second they threw out those nades, they just started running. So it makes XQ think that they're holding it. And yeah, they were able to get out and go into the next position. Huge play right there from Ace to be able to get out of there just in time. But they have to drive by. Oh no!
Kareem, yeah, already in this gas station. My fear is, like, these teams.
Oh, that's it.
Where do they go? Like, they have the vehicles they can use as cover. As we see Cultu, they have a little dip, but they're tossing down these smokes and they're getting fired upon right now. Actually, I believe that's a UAZ that was exploded, and they're gonna be trying to return the favor out there. Team 23, that's gonna be Cream out there in their gas station. Remember, now it looks like Cultu are actually being sandwiched by 3 other teams. Alpha 7 trying to get a couple of confirms on their end of this as well. Alpha 7 already with 3 points this game when it comes to kills. Cultu with 2.
Yeah, right now, if you're CultuBGBG, you're trying to protect one of those vehicles. You know you're going to need it coming to this next zone, but Alpha 7 are not making it easy. Here comes Rolex with the big nade. 4-3.
Huge grenade. Where's he gonna go?
Does not hit it.
It's gonna land. Oh, those vehicles. Yeah, but here comes more.
Bang! Those hit though, and that is it.
That was a triple.
CultuBGBG out of there. Goodness
triple.
gracious. Ooh, baby, a triple Alpha 7,
Wow.
making it happen right there. Great.
Alpha 7.
Great nades.
Yeah, huge nades. I mean, they've been forced to just continue to push their way on into these zones, not really catching any breaks when it comes to that, but able to capitalize on their partners in the zones and get some kills already 6. Tempo over here, 1 kill so far, still 4 up. They're going to be a little further on into this area, overlooking a couple teams. My fear is we got Mezexis on the mountains right north of them. They might be looking down in this general direction. Everybody going to find out the hard way.
Oh,
Next
my
circle
goodness.
shifts. Tempo will be favored. Alpha
Bless.
7, huge circle for them. They don't need to move either. So we'll see how they perform.
Mezexis has a really good position too right now. Yeah, so they're set up. This is a tough zone. The rest of all that area is all open territory. So if you're Tempo, you got to be really careful because you know every single team is going to be looking right down on you in this position.
Yeah.
I don't really like
mean,
that they're so split up here too because it's tough. Like
With rain?
because with Tempo, some of these squads they know that they're just gonna have to full send on. But at the same time, you may be okay because of this zone. Miramar right now driving at this late in the game is not gonna be easy because every single team is gonna be looking to get those free points on the drive.
So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully they take the advice here. The pressure's going to start coming on, especially for Team Queso. Do they go north? Do they go south? Look at Axel doing a little scouting. Might be sending the team to the Tempo, compound. So like you said, like Tempo, they're going to need to defend themselves.
Here comes the
they're
rest.
actually able to defend
Oh
themselves against the
no!
first wave of Team Queso. The second wave of Team Queso
The second
driving right
wave?
into their own deaths almost there. And
Oh
Tempo,
goodness!
6 kills, just like that, kind of getting fed from Team Queso. Team Queso, wow, falling apart there at the very end.
Not
Unfortunate.
easy. Right now, if you're Spring, you need to go for one of those tires. If you could just hit one tire on the buggy, it's gonna spin out. But it looks like you could see Enxame were able to get in position just in time. Omen Elite still using their vehicles, but you can tell they're not driving out in the open. It's too risky right now this late. Yeah,
Yeah,
unfortunate.
they have a nice little defilade to work with.
Oh, here comes
actually,
Omen
as we
Elite.
say that, they made the decision to crash this gas station. Now, Cream, they have a little van right parked in front, so they have to be aware that there are a couple enemies within the gas station. Looks like Omen are going to all be pushing the same side together as a squad, making sure to clear these angles. We'll be tossing some grenades on into that gas station, inflicting a lot of damage over here. They also have the building. They're going to be using it for cover, so they're trying to avoid getting third-partied on this push. That's why we see that smoke out there. Very
Great
strategic
angle
smoke
from Nico.
Nico going to be popping on into the window. We'll be taking out one
Here
of
they
the members of the team. Now vaulting on in. It's just a 1v4. Can the last
they're gonna
member
get
of
the
the
point.
team get
Oh,
any
no!
points trying to get the thirst in? They were able to get the thirst onto Nico. Unfortunate for them,
Terrible.
but Omen able to get the gas station. They got the positioning, and they actually have a nice little spot that they can keep their luggage secure for the time being, and they will be blessed with the next zone.
I am so shocked right there that the rest of Omen Elite wasn't able to get that secure quick enough. Yeah, great play. He knew it. He knew he was going to go down and out, so he just tried to get the thirst to secure that 1 point, and that's exactly what he did. But if you're Omen Elite, that's a tough play right there because you just lost a member pretty much for free.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the green in their eyes right there, trying to get that thirst. They were making
yeah.
sure. They were just making sure, and they were able to get it.
He didn't
Big,
let go of
big,
that trigger. He was
No.
white knuckled, just holding on to it, looking
Oh,
right at
man.
him, and he was yelling at the top of his lungs, and Nico was like, please, no. But yeah, just that's all it took was just that 1/2 a second is the difference from having one player up and one player down. You can see Team Trem Carreta trying to get in. Swagwin's got the pan out, trying to get the most silent footsteps he can as possible. Look at Mezexis on top of here. They're set up.
I mean, if you're Swagwin.
Oh, no. Will he survive?
Smith.
Nope.
Oh, falling to their death over here. Fighting off a little too much or they can choose. That's going to be leaving at least one of the members from Mezexis down. I think they already had a knock on their end as well. Wildcard Slicky Spring out here trying to take some shots. Oh, no, Vega! Spring, crouch right in the open.
Backstab.
The backstab. They forgot about Mezexis up here above them. The Hawks, the Eagles in the sky right there. Now Tempo trying to push on up as well, trying to get a taste of the action themselves. Wildcard Slicky, the last remaining member right now for Wildcard, trying to continue.
Is when they got super excited, and they were like, you know what? I think it's time. Let's just all go ahead and push in. And it was actually Nico, my bad. It was Nico that ended up getting knocked. Quinto was able to just go ahead and crouch, and Telly not able to get there in time, but able to get that finish. I think execution, actually it wasn't even Telly, it was actually Juicy that came in and was able to get the kill because Telly had to reload. So execution not quite there, but the push was perfect. And I think the reason why I wanted to go ahead and show you guys this is because it's pretty much what ended up winning the game throughout everything. As you can see, you're gonna see the teams in the background just fight back and forth, and then they're just pretty much chilling at the gas station. They didn't have to worry about anything else. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the breakdown for Miramar Game 2.
And what a breakdown it wasn't indeed. What a crazy way to end Miramar. Every single time we've seen a match come out of this new Miramar 2.0, it has just been nothing but action-packed greatness every single time. And I believe we now got the scores up right here. Omen Elite. Some people were like, oh, Omen Elite scored 0 points. That's because they didn't play in the first match.
Listen,
but
another team I want to go ahead and point out is Tempo. They won the first game, and on that second game, they were destroying. They might have not gotten the win, but they were still getting the points with the kills. So I'm interested to see this leaderboard, baby.
Well, let's check it out right now, ladies and gentlemen, and get into it after match number 2. And as you can see, Tempo Storm in first place with 51 points. Oh my goodness, 2 games down. Huge.
I'm not surprised at all, bro. I am not surprised whatsoever, especially what I was able to see there, just them fragging out. I think if they go ahead and have a huge game in the third game, they're just going to be front runners for that sweet, sweet prize pool.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think that we saw Dave, what was Cloud9 won with around 50 points before, right?
Yep, they were able to win. So, you know, Tempo coming in already with the 23 kills. They're gonna have a nice little, you know, gap between them. Let me see real quick. Tempo Group D. Yeah, they didn't set out their match yet.
Okay. So, yeah, they're going to be sitting out one of the next
Vikendi.
ones. Oh, Vikendi. So that's going to be perfect
so
for
they're
them.
going to play the next one. So maybe with this momentum, you know, they can capitalize on this one and continue their reign of terror here. Sit out the Vikendi, and then they'll be able to pretty much defend their title here in the last game. So when it comes to Tempo so far today, I mean, I don't want to call it, but they're already looking like they might be able to get that $700.
I mean, heck, 51 points after 2 games. You are not messing around right there. And I think they're in a perfect position to be able to play the last match. Is going to be huge for them because they know exactly how many points it's going to take for them to be able to get it. And reminder, ladies and gentlemen, next one up is Sanhok. Tempo's going to be in there as well. So that's not an easy map to win. So I'm looking forward to see how they do. Omen Elite in second place with 31 points. Now, reminder, this is only 1 game. They've only played 1 match with 31 points.
Yeah.
Big game.
Huge. I mean, the chicken dinner plus the kills. I mean, 31 points. And they already sat out their game. So they're going to be playing in the next 3 games of the night. So nothing but looking up. So they're definitely going to be hot on the trail of Tempo Storm. So if you are a Tempo Storm trying to fear the storm in the chat, well, you're going to have to watch out. You're going to have to be careful because now you got Omen. They're hungry.
Yeah, if you're Tempo Storm, you be comfortable with this lead. Yeah, you may feel that you have a 21 point lead right now, but Omen Elite's already sat out their game. So this is only 1 match right here. So you got to make sure you make it happen in this Sanhok match and in the last Erangel match because Omen Elite's going to have 1 extra game to play on top of you.
Yeah, so looking around, you got Cloud9 Wildcard sending it on over to the next page. We'll have the Knights. You know, they did play 1 game, so they got a total of 10 points, 4 kills so far. Trem, 3 kills so far. Simplicity, XQ, B4 Esports, and it goes down from there. So far, Team Solid in dead last with Ace1. No kills so far on both of those teams. Remember, Ace1, one of the squads that we are highlighting here today. So we'll have to continue. We'll have to pay attention and see how they make the comeback.
Oh man, looking to see how they're able to make it happen. Simplicity, XQ Gaming, Trem, Carreta, Furacao. These are all teams that we need to see make big performances coming up right now. You know, Simplicity was able to they were down and out the first few days, and they look to start to make a comeback in the last end of season 1. So yeah, come season 2, they need to make it happen. XQ Gaming, they've won a chicken dinner. So has Trem Carreta. They have also won first place. So they need to really pick it up here in these last few matches of the evening. But hey, let's talk about our teams of the day and see how they did after match number 2. And as you can see, we got none other than Ace1. Unfortunately, not able to get any kills in this one either. And I believe Ace1 also went out first in last place here as well.
Yeah, very challenging game for them. As we can see, you know, they got 42 on Paralyzed. Paralyzed got knocked out. This was the team that I kind of called like interesting pull-up. They were able to get past the squad members of, I believe it was CultuBGBG down there, but they decided instead of regrouping with their complete team, they split apart and they attempted to get some kills, and then that's when XQ started to get that third party on them, and they kind of just got taken out from there. So hopefully next time, if you're able to survive the initial push and, you know, get past the danger, just keep going. Don't put yourself in more danger.
Not easy. No, not easy. And I think they had a little bit of a tough play when they had a great opportunity to get the finish onto Shifan from XQ Gaming. Unfortunately, let the rest of the squad come up on them. They got a great ejection. They were able to get away, but they were driving in a buggy for way too long. They tried to find another position, and just like that, HH24 from Tempo Storm, 2 points on the board. That's all he saw when he saw that buggy going by, and that's exactly what he got. So yeah, if you're Ace1, got to make some adjustments going into the rest of the day. CultuBGBG, they had some interesting positions right there. They were getting third party from XQ Gaming, if I'm right. Unfortunately, not able to get 3 kills on that one finish, but still able to secure 2.
Well, that's going to be it. Call2, you know, best of luck. They're going to have a couple more games to go. Both of our teams, you know, trying to do everything in their power. Tonight is the night that we're going to be watching them, paying close attention to them. Call2 definitely having a better game. Number 1, they got around like 5 or 6 kills this game. Only 2 kills, but then again, you know, Miramar, always a challenge for everybody for sure.
100%. So, hey, next match up for the evening. Sanhok, ladies and gentlemen, a map that's just nothing but pandemonium from start to finish. So don't you go anywhere, and we'll see you right after this break as we let the players get loaded into this next lobby. Ladies and gentlemen, we're cutting this break short. We're not going 5 minutes. We're going on a 3-minute break because the players are loaded up and ready to go for match number 3. Sanhok. Oh, I'm ready to see some action.
Yeah, I mean, it's always that that toss-up, right? That you never know who's going to come out on top. So far within this lobby, like, we haven't had one team that was always consistent with being the top finishers on Sanhok. So you never really know who will come out on top. It's always the flip of the evening, kind of like that halftime game that resets a lot of things when we transition on over to the later half. So I love it. It's always hot. It's always sweaty.
Ready to see it. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe Sanhok is Latin for land of the snakes.
Well, if it's not, it should be, because
Snake City.
Yeah, it's Snake City through and through. So, hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is game number 3 of the PMPL Americas. Players loaded on up into the planes, getting ready to go, getting ready to mingle here. Checking on in real quick with the flight plan. It looks like we're going to be heading from the south all the way up there to the north.
Oh yeah, a really good solid plane path for all of these squads. But you know what? We're going to see something that I'm keeping my eye on right here, Dave, is Loops and Tribe right now. Looks like that's exactly where they're headed, towards boot camp. And we're going to see another battle right now to see who's going to be the king of boot camp. Now, remember, we're in South America now. So I wonder if that's going to have any effect on the outcome here.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Tribe, you're definitely going to have to reconsider dropping on top of Loops. And it does look like Loops, they are going to be down there. Team Queso flying right on over this, avoiding this area for sure.
Dangerous.
We already see shots ringing on out. Looks like the Knight's going to be up there to the north. Wildcard up there to the north as well. But boot camp, looks like it's actually going to be King A already, bleeding on out. Alucard knocked down already. There goes another knock. So both King A and Alucard both going to be just bleeding, looking for assistance, looking for help.
Oh, they ain't
over
gonna
here
find
as the Loop squad. Yep, they are just clearing the rooms out one by one.
Yeah, they're not finding it right now. As Alucard, it's just Sam. So Sam, he gone. He's out of there. He's gonna take his QBZ and leave. -3 members right here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly. We missed that drop, unfortunately. But yeah, a little miscommunication from Tribe, landing right on top of Loops, and yeah, Loops making it happen right off the bat.
I mean, like you said, different server, who knows if that plays into effect. But Tribe, I think at the end of the day, they were the victors of boot camp in season number 1. I'm pretty sure the scores, the first week, it was like 1-1. And then, Tribe just, consistently kept winning the engagements against Loops. I was kind of questioning, like, will the fight continue here on season number 2? Maybe both teams could just call it what it is and, let Tribe have boot camp. But Loops not seeming to want to go that route here. And we'll be winning the first, Sanhok drop of season 2.
Not looking to go out, indeed. I'm going to say one thing. Tribe, they won boot camp a few times in the past, but they didn't win it like that. Loops took them out quick in that scenario. So I think if you're Tribe, whatever happened right there, you got to make some adjustments. At this high level, you just do not want to drop on the same building with another team. It's just too risky. Too much RNG is involved. If you land on the same spot as they do and one of their members lands on an AK and you land on a pistol, you're done. There's nothing you're going to be able to do. So, yeah, I think that some different adjustments in play of where you land in boot camp need to happen quickly if you're looking to make it happen here in Sanhok, because don't want to be down 3 members off the bat. That's for sure.
No, definitely not. That's going to be impacting your Sanhok map.
Oh yeah,
heavily for sure. Now it's just about surviving, and that in itself is a mission for anybody, let alone a solo player. So looking around here, Team Queso are going to be having themselves a nice little compound to work with, and I do believe they see Simplicity up there on the hills, and yeah, they're just gonna be neighbors. Russell still doing some looting.
Yeah, this zone right here, it's up north. It's really scary because when you have so much zone that's in the water, you just really never know where it's going to go. You know, you just start getting in your mind that, okay, zone's going to be like this today. We don't know if it's going to go north, south, west. It can just hard shift all over the place. So I think if you're any of these teams that are already in the zone, you just don't want to move. You just don't want to move. It's too risky. And Sanhok, you never know if there's a team. You have to assume that there's a team on the hill or right next to you always. Because if you rotate for free, you're going to get knocked out real quick.
We see Vit2K over there looking down sights. Some team Carreta. They're going to be right above Team Queso. Everybody just kind of, you know, find themselves a position within this first circle. You know, doing some informational scouting out here. It looks like they are going to be moving on out of here. Not exactly sure what the play is for that team in particular, but that's going to be the story for a lot of these teams right now. I mean, everybody already having their loot very early on. The only team that really was not in circle number 1 has to be Alpha 7. We saw them all the way down there to the south, so they're going to have to make their rotate on in here very shortly. But besides that, early game fighting, besides the boot camp, I think it's going to sizzle out here for just a couple moments.
Oh, yeah. I think that right now, no one's trying to get into engagement. You do not want to get into a fight early on in Sanhok. You just don't. So I think every single one of these teams are just trying to peek, keep an eye on the hills as they rotate. And you got to rotate just super carefully here. Because if you get caught out in the open, it's over. It's over. Oh!
The open. Russell just standing out there taking shots. Mystic will be connecting. Will be knocking down Russell. Now, my fear is simplicity. They're pretty spread. Will Irish have enough time to run and get the revive onto Russell without being third-partied?
Russell,
at least being shot.
Russell barely survived that, so he didn't. He almost got knocked. I think that isn't a testament to his skill right there, because he was standing wide out in the open, and that QBZ looked like it was just lasering. But the second Russell got one bullet hit on him, he gave up the shots, and he attended HUD and got back real quick. So yeah, great play right there from Russell. I think that's a thing that a lot of these players need to have in their mind. Forget getting the knock. It's all about not getting knocked yourself. So even though you got some good shots on another player, the second you get hit with a bullet, give it up and head to safety, especially in an open area like that.
We'll see what they can do, continuing their path forward here. Tempo going to be here on the coast. Looks like they're going to be working their way on up. Ho from Loops going to be by themselves for the time being. Will they run into him? Looks like Tempo, they're pulling up near boot camp, using the banks as cover right across the water. We will have 2 teams at least. Omen and GRUNTo, I think, are all the way out there in the distance. We see Sam chilling on the island, drinking some margaritas for the time being.
Oh, yeah. He's going to be drinking margaritas over there for a minute, because he does not want to move near any squad. It's all him by himself, and he knows that you do not want to get into a fight with a full squad, especially when no teams have gone out already. So yeah, he's just gonna be playing full hide and go seek right now, and he is definitely hiding.
And they got a good spot. I mean, Sam has a great spot to hide. So, like you said, they don't really need to be so fearful, at least for now. Loops.
They're in a real dangerous position right here. Yeah,
what are we doing though? Like, are they just
camping,
seeing if anyone rotates on through boot camp? Like,
100%, they're camping that rotation right there, just trying to see if they can catch somebody, one team slipping. And I think that you saw Loops having that sixth sense almost. You know, they looked like to be rotating in that direction, and then something just said, you know what, I'm not feeling it, and just headed the other way. So that's fortunate for them in that position right here. But yeah, they still need to start heading north right now, as this circle number 1 is about to close.
All these teams hoping and praying that the next zone will favor them. Hopefully they don't need to move too much here in the next circle. GRUNTo, Omen, right near each other.
Oh yeah, and they're gonna stay like that for a good minute right here. Even though I'm not too sure if they are in zone right now, but I think you can see Sana's like trying to open up that door and just maybe trying to bait some shots in that position right here. This is a tough one. Tough to see. Yeah, look at this. Every single squad, it's quiet right now. Every single one of these, every single one of these teams, they're just holding position. just waiting for another one to walk on by, but that's just not going to happen right now. Okay, every single team is in zone. The second zone, I think, just went exactly where most squads thought it was going to go. So, yeah, I just think they're all hoping that it doesn't hard shift towards the water. But Tempo, they're trying to crash this canal, but they got a lot of... Man, look at this. Every single team is up. As this zone starts getting closer and closer, it's going to be insanity here in the Sanhok match, especially with this kind of zone.
I'm hoping it hard shifts to the water, honestly, so we can get some action going on.
Oh, yeah. We should definitely start seeing it here by next zone for sure. But I think that this is a good example of showing these teams have adapted, because at the same time, none of these squads are trying to get knocked right now. You know, I think they're all learning that, hey, it's better to play softer. But look at this, as Enxame happened to catch this one member from Team Solid on the rotate. And yeah, look at this Mafioso on his good old-fashioned moped, hitting the gas. Yeah, trying to get out of there in that position.
Team Solid. This was just south of Paradise Resort. Enxame were one of those teams not favored in the next zone, so they were making their approach on into the zone. Saw Alpha 7 on the opposite end of the zone as well, trying to wrap around. XQ Gaming, though, pulling up onto the Knights, taking down Raven from the Knights. We see Jagger over there. This is going to be a hotbed for action in the north. The Knights have been here since circle number 1. I do believe there's a crate right on top of both of their squads as well. So whoever gets this could get a nice little crate if they haven't already. Jagger with their back to the coast, using this rock for cover. Have to stay up to date with that, because CultuBGBG also find themselves in an engagement of their own. Yep, they're going to be on the outskirts of the concrete wall, utilizing it for cover. Fran's going to be covering that angle.
Oh my goodness!
The push from Mezexis will be sending 2. And Fran will be connecting onto 2 right there. So there goes 2 out for Mezexis already. Mitz and Vega, the last 2 remaining members alive. CultuBGBG, what is the play? Toss out some grenades, toss out some mollies, and that's exactly what Always is going to start to do, as it does look like CultuBGBG are looking to get the push, get the final blow here, and get the additional 2 points, as they are going to be moving as a unit. Mitz
Fire!
Almost running into a molly, avoiding that.
Off angle! Look at that! Disgusting!
From the window. Wow, that was devastating.
That was almost surgical right there from CultuBGBG, one of our teams of the day. You said it in the middle of that fight, Dave. Fran holding that angle right there, and hold it he did with the 2v1. Takes out those 2 members from Mezexis, and then yeah, just what a great finish right there. Great off angle covering that window. You had the Molotov holding off that other room. Man, that was just really good to watch. Right here in this PK XQ Gaming fight, though.
It's been happening. Yeah, it's been playing out for some time. XZL was knocked. My fear is Alpha 7. Like, we know Sanhok. A lot of teams like the third party.
Oh, that's
Alpha 7 are right on top of this one. Starlight took out Starlight. Oh, no.
That's
self-inflicted grenade, able to get the final blow. Wasn't intentional. Well, that's up for debate here. Does look like the Knights were successful in that push, and as I was mentioning, Alpha 7, we see him on the move already on the mini map, looking to, capitalize on the chances of the Knights being hurt, having to heal on up, licking their wounds after that previous engagement. Next zone does go on up. Wow. Alpha 7, right smack in the middle. Knights, right smack in the middle.
Yeah, if you're PK, you're set up looking good here for this next zone. I don't really like the fact that XQ Gaming was able to just push up on there that easily. So I think that was a little bit of a misplay from PK to be able to cover that position, because they were all spread out, just trying to make sure nobody pushed up on them for free. But somehow XQ Gaming was able to get there with a full squad and get the 4v1. So I think if you're Pittsburgh Knights, you got to make sure you make an adjustment in how you're covering that particular area. But yeah, at the same time, now that you're down 1 member, you're just going to have to play it tight. You're in the center of zone here. Defending it's not going to be easy, though, because you're going to be getting sent on from every single angle. And you can already see Alpha 7 were able to get that big rotate, and they're already sitting right next to him.
And I actually think Tempo are kind of, at least running in that direction as well. Something that you always say is, like, when you have the centralized position, you gotta assume that a lot of teams are gonna be trying to take that position themselves. So hopefully, if you are the Knights, you try to group up a little tighter, like you mentioned, and just defend the little real estate you have. Slicky over here going for the revive onto Acer, having to get that revive quickly and then go back to defending because one of the members from CultuBGBG were making that push. We're making the approach. And it looks like they got caught off guard.
Now
by
this
the off
wild,
angle
that was
right
wild
there.
card with the off angle we saw earlier.
Yeah.
CultuBGBG had a really good one, and now wild card, you know, give them a little taste of their own medicine here, as they do have the hill though, and they're all grouped up as a 3 squad. So you never know, it could turn the other way real quick. Wild card has to play this real carefully.
Enigma trying to heal on up. Acer and Slicky.
Oh, but you can't give them the hill for free.
Aggressors in this one. All they need to do is crest on over the hill, and they'll have clear sight lines onto CultuBGBG. Fran tossing out some grenades. Looks like Acer going to be pushing on over to the right side of this. We'll be getting a trade right there. Some more knocks happening. The heal off is going on right now. Enigma kind of going back and forth. Not exactly sure what they should do here. Going to be tossing a smoke. Slicky also tossing a smoke. They are trying to get Acer up. CultuBGBG just down to 2 members though. So if they can get their squad made up, it's going to be a 4v2. But it seems like every time they crest on over the hill, they receive shots from an alternate angle. So they need to be extremely cautious right here in how they play this one out.
Yeah, this reset's super risky considering their position right now. Not going to be easy for CultuBGBG to survive this one. I think they had a big advantage on wildcard, but they gave it up. They decided to play it passive when they should have played more aggressive and had the hill. So yeah, now you got wildcard set up looking pretty. And if you're Fran, you got to hit some big shots right here if you're looking to survive. And it's not going to be easy because this wildcard team is so good at pressing together.
And it actually looks like wildcard, they might be opting to pull off this hill. We see them, you know, they keep getting knocked in the process, but they keep, you know, going downhill very slowly, just attempting to get over there. Looks like Fran trying to do just that and regroup with Always down there in their hard compound. Will it even matter though? Next circle goes on up. Wildcard, they need to move. CultuBGBG, they need to move. Exam, Team Carreta, Team Queso, Loops, GRUNTo, all those teams need to move now within the new circle. The Knights, you know, they're kind of split still, just a little bit, and they are right in the middle of this new circle. Alpha 7 repositioning. This is a hard shift and a half.
I think we're about to see some blue zone MVP right now. This blue zone is gonna take out a ton of squads as we're about to see the closing of circle number 4 right here. Oh my goodness, this is the worst case scenario for every single one of these teams. Trying to get into zone and Sanhok when you got like 5-6 other pro teams just making it difficult for you to get in. Look at this, Team Queso on the moped. Hitting the zig, hitting the zag, trying to survive. Will they make it?
Sending it on over the bridge. They were receiving some shots. GRUNTo Q, ooh, knocked down. Popping on over out there from the
moped's
smoke,
too fast.
You know, the safety of the smokes. And Team Queso, they seem to have made it. I didn't see any Team Quesos knocked down in the kill feed. Yeah, all
look at that.
four
They
of them,
made
they were actually
the
able
moped
to
meta.
make it.
We're in the moped meta right now.
The moped meta here.
Oh my gosh, dude.
2020.
I kid you not. Moped is by far too OP. It's broken in Sanhok. Look at that. 2 members from Team Queso. They each sent it on a moped with one holding the waist of the other, and were able to drive past all those squads way too quick, and now they're in a really good position for this next zone.
Yeah, they made it. They made it. They were able to overpass and get a better position from GRUNTo, who are trying to camp that bridge. We see in the kill feed, Team Carreta seems to be in an engagement themselves with Team Solid. Here comes the blue zone. Like you said, the MVP of Sanhok almost every single time going to start to take some victims of their own. Doc in the dumpster, chilling right now.
Good position. Good spot. Right now, if your team Queso, you just got in the edge zone. You need to be focusing on your back right now, not so much inside zone. You need to make sure that nobody tries to push up on you from behind, because you know that there's going to be some teams coming from the blue zone trying to take that spot. Yeah, you can see GRUNTo. They're already right there on the edge.
Ooh,
so,
yeah. Hey, look at that.
Oh, and Exam.
Getting,
Exam as well.
Yeah, they're getting pressured by the blue, and they're getting gate kept over here. We still got 12 teams alive. It looks like we're sending this one to high 10. I mean, it is going to be a bloodbath here. Loops were able to make their way on in right into the zone. Alpha 7 still playing that coastline to the north.
Oh, it's Sam. All in
Sam
his own.
Fox out here trying to square off, like you
Blue
said,
zone.
with Sam, and ooh, the play zone doesn't even
Oh,
matter.
it takes out
Yep.
2. Yeah,
Dude,
zone number
done as
5
well.
hurts too much.
Underestimating the zone. Talking about underestimating Irish from Simplicity, underestimating the Team Queso squad synergy right now, as they are going to be just clearing out their corners, you know, taking out these snakes, taking out these dumpster divers from Simplicity over here. G3, I believe the Knights, they still have their 3 up here. They have been in high 10 since, I want to say, circle number 1. So they
That's
are
the
definitely
dream.
comfortable here. Flicky on the outskirts, Snake in the grass,
Gatekeeping.
catching Exam off guard.
Yeah, poor Exam right here. They're all gonna go out to the blue zone. Circle number 5. This is we're getting in the territory where it's just full heal time. You can't run through the blue. It just chunks too much right now. So Wildcard, they're on the edge. They're still in this position. Unfortunately, down 2 members right now. So I think that right now you got to start thinking, if this zone hardships away from you, it's gonna be coming a heal strat time for sure.
I mean, I do like how, you know, Wildcard, they're not really, you know, in the heat of the battle in high 10, you know, because you just never know who is popping what window. At least from here, I feel like you can control a little more, and just make sure your flanks and your backsides are cleared out. And as I say that, a
yeah, but
grenade.
Loops hurt him. I was just about to say, yeah, but Loops had to hear
Oh.
that fight. They had to hear those shots.
What?
And with a great prediction, you know, you see a rock, you got to assume that there's a player behind it, and they were able to catch Spring just like that. At the same time, though, Loops is not going to push out in that position. So I think Spring, if he's able to crawl fast enough, will be able to get picked up by Slicky here.
That would be huge, too. That would be huge. Knight still with 3. Going to be right smack in the middle. Loops up there to the north. We got over there Alpha 7 to the west. Tempo still alive down there as well in the
Look
south.
at that.
Tempo and Team Queso.
They're getting
starting to
into
get
it.
into an engagement themselves. Yep.
Oh.
Yala going to be up here on top of these barrels, getting some nice sight lines on Tempo. Tempo trying to toss out some smokes, trying to make their way on across the street. Rain will be tagged, trying to crawl on up to Tensa. Mystic knocked themselves, so this could be exactly what Tempo needed to get the revive. HA24 able to make themselves available to protect their squad mate as they get the revive. Here comes a nice grenade. Can this land within the crates? Gonna be missing them just a little bit. Here comes the follow-up. Molly, Yala.
Oh, we got caught.
Pinned down. Wow.
Oh, and that Pittsburgh Knights as well.
Getting involved. Yep, the Knights getting involved right now. Team Queso, they have 3.
They're in
Now
trouble.
down to just 1.
Yeah, now here comes Tempo. Perfect timing right there. Look at that. HH24 making it happen. Perfect timing for Pittsburgh, for Tempo right there.
Oh, Marco stamping behind the crate.
Gets
We'll be
2.
One, we'll be
Oh,
getting
and
2.
then PK helped him
Third
again.
party
Are you
from the
kidding
Knights.
me?
The Knights with 3 up, 5 kills so far. We got 5 teams remaining. We see Alpha 7. They still have 4 up. They're going to be over there. Looks like they're extremely close to Loops, but the Knights, they have been in high 10 since circle number 1. They're setting up right here. They want the win. They want the victory. They have the loop. They have the information. They have the angles. J7 going to be cooking this grenade, knows exactly where that member from the Loops is. This is going to land right on top of their head.
4-3.
They're trying to cook it perfectly.
Oh, it doesn't
wow.
hit it.
Cooking it a little too much. Cooking it a little too much right there.
Barely missed it right there. I mean, but dang, Tempo Storm gonna have to cut the check to PK as they're getting a lot of help right here. But oh goodness, will they return the favor with Minwoo getting into the action as well? Look at that.
Ooh.
Oh
Yeah,
my
G3.
gosh.
Molly's out here. We're going to have an intense standoff here as the blue zone starts to apply pressure onto Alpha 7. Rolex using this wall for cover. 3 members alive for Loops here. So we got 4 teams left. We got 2 teams fighting it out down there in the south, 2 teams in a tense standoff up here to the north. Looks like Tempo are finally able to breach that compound where the Knights, who are currently
all
safeguarding
7.
Knights
Pre-nade?
down to just 1 more. Yep, cooking
Oh,
the
this
grenade.
is gonna be huge.
Looks like Tempo are trying
What's
to heal
that?
on up.
Oh, bounce
Really
nade.
bouncing it off the wall. Can that connect onto Tempo? Tempo able
So
to get
close.
a couple heals off right there. J7 looking to maybe get the revive onto G3. As I say,
Not
that
gonna
G3
happen.
thirsted confirmed. J7 tossing out some smokes right now to buy themselves some time.
Yeah, you know, J7, unfortunately, he's not going to be able to make it out of this one unscathed. Not going to be able to do a heal strat. He has to fight. He has to make a play right now. Almost did. That was almost a huge bounce nade right there. But, oh, perfect for both these squads. Alpha 7 and Loops are starting to go at it to each other. This is anyone's game.
Blue zone starting to push them right on top of each other. It looks like that little alleyway will be right smack in the middle, so no one will have comfort. Rain going for the pre-fire with the Uzi, trying to get the connect onto one of the members from Alpha 7. Tempo, they were so concerned with taking on the Knights. Alpha 7 were able to get right on top of their compound. Peekaboo! Rolex right there, peeking their head up through the window. We'll be getting one of them out. Down to just 3 teams remaining.
Oh, the
Alpha
nade.
7, Roots, and J7 from the Knights.
Oh, so
Abdul
close.
running on in here, running
Great
and gunning.
shots from Abdul.
Here comes Alpha 7
Oh,
trying to close things out right now. And they got the chicken dinner with 4 alive. They used their numbers at the end so well to clear out every single building that was in that circle remaining. Wow.
Alpha 7 executing that perfectly. Took out Loops. And then they just came up and cleaned it up. Wow, with precision right there. Those shots from Abdul onto 7, that was clean right there. And 7 had the S12K. That's the perfect gun to have in that kind of scenario. But that pre-fire from that M7 was just proved to be too much. Great performance right there from Alpha 7. But at the end of the day, though, Tempo Storm in 2nd place with 11 kills. They're already crushing this first day in total. I mean, just insanity. Great performance from them right there. So yeah, nothing to shake your head out. That's the exact game that they needed here for game number 3.
Yeah, I mean, remember, they're sitting out the next one on Vikendi. So they have been so consistent here tonight so far. They're going to sit out the next one, and then they'll be able to either defend their title, or they'll know exactly how many points they need to get in order to reclaim the title in the last match of the evening. So Tempo, 11 kills, 2nd place, huge. The Knights, they were able to capitalize on their position here within the Sanhok map. 3rd place for them as well. 5 kills altogether. Looking down here at the very bottom, CultuBGBG, remember, they had to make their way on in from the east side, cross on over the water, getting taken down in 14th, XQ 15th, and then, you know, not like game number 2, but Mezexis ESports going out in dead last.
And what a performance right here. I can't wait to see some of the highlights here after this insane Sanhok match. 7, talk to me. What'd you see after this crazy match number 3 here?
Tempo. It's all about tempo now. They took over the game. They even took Omen Elite down. And they took out 3 players at the beginning. Telly got away. He was trying to sneak up there. I think the Omen ended up being 10th place. But Tempo just being pretty much a force to be reckoned with, especially towards the end, man. Honestly, I thought that the clip I'm going to be showing you, I thought they were going to go ahead and die on the push that they were doing. But just the smokes that they were using, the strategy, just making sure they leave no men behind, knowing that they're at the end of the match, knowing that they need the numbers, especially with other teams that have all their 4 players. For example, Alpha 7 with Me Tech and Rolex ended up winning. But let me go ahead and show you the actual clip here, boys, so you can see that just the absolute madness that Tempo is putting on tonight.
Man, not an easy push indeed. Let's go ahead and change it over so you can show us exactly the details of that insane push from the outside.
And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing here. As always, I'm just going to go ahead and remove my camera. That way you can focus fully on the gameplay. And look at this. 1 player down already from Tempo. Tempo Tensei just making sure he lays down. He doesn't give him any type of anything to work with here. And it was beautiful. They were able to go ahead and knock somebody there from Mystic. I believe Mystic from Team Kessel was knocked by somebody else. But I want to fast forward a little bit more so I can show you this insane push that Tempo Storm was able to create right here. And this is just my own recording. I made sure I got on the game and just showcase this for you guys. Look at this. Look at this push. Even though Tempo Rain is currently not at full health, he said, you know what? It's now or never. This zone's coming in. We definitely don't want to be touched by that zone, so let's go for it. Rain leading the charge. He's able to connect with some shots. Ayala gets knocked right away. And look at Marco. Mystic is still down, but guess what? Tempo's still able to go ahead and finish that kill with Mystic. Marco able to knock a player down. Rain gets knocked down. Tensa gets knocked down as well, just being third party there by PK. It's insane, man. Now, from here, PK doing a great play by just being able to move up to the house and at least securing that third place, and the engagement towards the end between Tempo and PK right here. They just could not kill each other. They gave everybody else so much time to push in, especially Alpha 7, so much time to go ahead and push in that Tempo was able to secure a second place, and PK ended up in being third place right there. Overall, great performance, I would go ahead and say, from Tempo Storm.
Oh.
Second place, they are going to be sitting out right there for Vikendi. It's going to come down, I think, to the leaderboards. So you know what? Hajux, show me them leaderboards, baby.
I can't wait to see it as they're about to come up right now. But that nade was so close right there from PK. He hit that bounce shot. And, if you could imagine, just an inch over, that would have been Tempo Storm out of there. But, hey, he didn't hit it, and Tempo Storm did. So, man, let's see exactly how the scores are going to look right here after this insane third match. And go. Color me shocked. Tempo Storm in first place with 76 points. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Listen,
I mean,
when they don't get the placement, if they don't even get first place, they are being able to back it up with kills, and they're backing it up with notable kills. As I mentioned, they took down Omen Elite, which was in second place. That is huge, man. That is insane, especially since they do have to set up the next match.
Yeah. And not only that, they have 30 points. So that's a chicken dinner plus 10 kills. So if you're Alpha 7, if you're Loops, that's what you need to get in order to at least overthrow or tie Tempo, who will be performing in the last match. So tonight, looking great. I mean, just look at Tempo's kills. They got 34.
20
Alpha 7
more.
second place with 14.
Are you kidding me?
Look at everybody else's kills. 12, 11, 12, 11, 12, 9, 13. Like, Tempo are just taking out the lobby every single game here tonight.
As you mentioned, 20 more kills in second place, and that is huge. That right there is what's currently putting them in first place, in the consistent placements that they're putting out. Now, I'm pretty sure they're going to sit back, relax, watch this Vikendi match, and just wait for that last one so they can go ahead and continue showcasing the wreckage they're currently on.
They're sitting pretty right now, that's for sure. So what a performance from Tempo Storm starting off Season 2, day number 9 of the PUBG Mobile Pro League Americas Scrims. Absolutely crushing it. Let's check out the rest of the leaderboards. As you can see, we have, Simplicity in 11th place. Mezexis ESports, a team that I really want to see get a good performance here. GRUNTo, another team as well. Unfortunately, in 12th and 13th. But we still got 2 more matches to go. 2 more matches to go, and it's anyone's game.
It is.
Yeah.
And one thing I'm actually going to be looking forward to is Tribe Gaming. How can they bounce back, right? That last match, I believe they lost 3 players on the landing, and one player was just pretty much laying down in the middle of a island waiting to see what would happen. Hopefully a better drop from them, hopefully better executions towards rotations and stuff like that. I think they got what it takes. And also XQ Gaming. Can they go ahead and come back and at least be in the top 10?
Exactly. I mean, I can't say how I'm looking forward. XQ Gaming, season number 1, they were extremely aggressive here tonight. I know it's only night number 1 of season 2, but only 5 kills, not something that, us, the viewers, the casters have gotten used to seeing from XQ. So hopefully they can pop off some more. Not only that, Ace1, I mean, no kills so far.
Oh.
They're one of our highlighted teams. You got to do something here. You got to do something in your final games. You got to.
100%. Yeah, as you can see here, Ace1, I believe they did sit out that match. So going into these next couple, they got to have a really, really big performance. And, we were mentioning earlier, these teams, we want to see teams like Tribe and all these other squads make it happen here in these last 2 matches. It ain't going to be easy, though. If you're going to do it, you better do it right here coming up in this Vikendi if you're sitting in it, because Tempo Storm isn't playing it. It's not easy to go and make it happen when you got a team like that dominating the battlefield right here. So let's take a look at CultuBGBG with in match number 3, good solid 4 kills to their name, making it happen. At the same time, though, if you're looking to make it into the money, you got to have a big performance. I'm pretty sure first place is looking pretty secure right now, in my opinion.
It is. It's going to come down to second and third place, I believe. It's going to come down to see how Omen reacts from the last game in Sanhok and also Alpha 7. Are they going to go ahead and continue with that? You can see that they can win games. Can they go ahead and continue those performances, man? Overall, we have seen some great matches. I cannot wait to see what's going on. And as you did mention, Tribe Gaming, if they are going to go ahead and start moving, they need to make a statement. They need to hopefully get first place or at least top 3, and they need to go ahead and take out some big teams. Maybe go after Omen Elite if they're going to be playing this next match. Maybe go after Alpha 7 if they're going to be playing this match. You need those big names. So when other team knocks you and they see that, oh, that's Tribe Gaming, you know what? Let's not go ahead and fight it. Maybe it's a little bit too early. You kind of want that. You don't want to be able to let them know that, hey, maybe I'm a little bit too weak right now. You don't want to go ahead and put up that message. And I know the guys at Tribe Gaming can go ahead and back it up a little bit more.
Well, looking forward to see if they're able to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, Vikendi, match number 4 is coming up. These teams are getting ready to get in the lobby. Right now, Tempo Storm is sitting out of this next match. And if a team doesn't perform really big coming up in this Vikendi, this entire match, I'm pretty sure all the members from Tempo are going to be, adding some things to their shopping list because, it's pretty much money's in the bag, at this point. So, yeah, great games, ladies and gentlemen. We'll catch you right after this break. Hot Jukes, 7WG, Mustache Dave. We'll be back really soon. Let's go.
เป็นแอตแทกเกอร์ประสาทสัมผัสต้องไวใจต้องถึงหูนี่ต้องหูหมาเลยนะเดี๋ยวทำให้ดู14 นาฬิกามา2 คน 150 เมตรแค่นี้เอง AK เนี่ยเขายิงกันเป็นตับละ4 เมตรแล้วพอไม่งั้นเดี๋ยวมันเบี้ยวเราต้องรู้ระยะปืนใกล้กลางไกลเข้าใจเปล่าพี่นี่เก่งนะคนก็ชมกันไปเรื่อยแต่ไม่เท่ไม่มันจะไม่เท่เลยปั๊บมึงดูมัน50 คิวอ่ะมันจะไม่เท่เลยแรง ไงนะซื้อ RP13 ก็ไม่บอกโอ้โห
Cheer Park is a brand new feature in patch 0.18.0. It's a place for players to relax with their friends, practice skills, and meet new people. You can enter Cheer Park through the main menu, so invite some friends and explore this new space. The shooting range has been revamped. Now, when you start a round, you'll have 60 seconds to down 20 targets spread over 5 waves. Your results will then be rated and displayed. The player with the highest rating will stay at the top of the ranking for others to challenge. You can also play against your friends to see who is the better marksman. Players can now duel other players in Cheer Park via Quick Draw. The duel will start after both sides confirm the fight. The two sides will have red borders and start a duel. The player that defeats the other wins. Don't forget to take a photo with each other afterwards. Friendship first, results second. The selfie system is also available in Cheer Park. Get together, find the right angle, and strike a pose. Say cheese. Nice shot. Don't forget to share it on social media. Players can also create their own cheer parks and invite their friends. Many special buildings from the original map can also be found in Cheer Park. Don't miss out. Of course, there's a lot more than what was mentioned, so come explore Cheer Park's features now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Match number 4 here, starting off season 2 of the PMPL Americas Scrims. Vikendi, ready to see some insane action here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready. Tempo, they're sitting on the sidelines. They're ready. They're going to be watching this one laughing. Team Queso, Execute, and both Alpha 7 are also sitting out. So Alpha 7 is one of the teams that are hot on the trail of the Tempo first place here tonight. They're going to have some heavy lifting to do in the final game.
Not going to be an easy solution, that's for sure. I'll tell you one thing. All these teams, the way Tempo's been playing today, they should be having a big sigh of relief right now. So, heck, if there's any time to get points, it's right now. So let's go ahead and jump right into it, ladies and gentlemen, as these players are about to get loaded up into the plane. And there you can see them, you know, throwing some snowballs. You can see this guy right here looking down at the floor, making sure that, you know, the contractor did his job right.
Thinking about life, man. Thinking
Oh,
about life. You know, we have a little powwow happening down there to the bottom of the screen as well. You know, people crouch, punching each other, telling some nice campfire stories. But
yeah, maybe they're
I'm trying to
talking
think
about
back.
like, what are we gonna do against Tempo coming to the last game? That's what they have to be talking about. The way they've been performing, crazy first 3 matches here. Look at this, the plane. We're in it.
There we go.
We're good to
There we
go. Vikendi, baby, let's get it. Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
heal off. Percentage
so?
chance. Tell me, huh? What are you thinking?
That's what I was thinking. Like, how many we had? What, 10 Vikendis last season, and only 2 of them came down to heal off. So, yeah, I think the non-heal off is more favored just based off of that. So, our plane gonna start over here in the northwest and head down there to the southeast. If you were here, if you were in the map, where would you see yourself going?
Oh, if I'm in the map right now, depending, you know that Tempo Storm is sitting out. Personally, I always like to go to the bottom left of the map because I just feel that that's where the zone likes to go in Vikendi. At the same time, if you had a choice, your run-of-the-mill would be Villa. I think that's the best spot. Okay, yeah. So at this zone, just like this, wherever you're dropping, if you're not dropping going that way, you just got to pick up any items. Just pick up anything you possibly can. And I would be sending my squad all the way to Trevino because you got to know that that's clear from the plane path.
100% sure. And we actually saw Tribe. It looks like they were kind of, once when they jumped out the plane, they were kind of going down to Winery. But then, like you said, once when they saw a circle already in the parachutes, almost all those teams down there, they just immediately changed their minds. They're like, yep, we're sending it north. We're sending it north. And that's what you're doing.
Gotta do it. Yeah, like I was saying, like I would be right now flying over the roads, just trying to find a vehicle and just secure position in zone early on. You can loot up later on. You know that Cosmo, you know Trevino, you know Pesh, they have to be empty at this point, just due to the hardship and where the plane was. So yeah, that's going to be the best, I think, idea going forward. And if you're any of these squads that decide to hot drop, loot fast. You need to be looting in a hurry and get to moving because the one thing that's tough about Vikendi and a zone like that, there's only so many spots you can rotate from.
Looks like Fran is still inspecting the floors over here, making sure that it's stained and varnished pretty well. I'm trying to think back also last week, Cosmodrome. I think we had, what was the Knights and Tribe who got into an engagement over there. So the Knights, I think they're going to head there. I think they're going to head there early on. I think they're going to get vehicles. Knights, they're kind of near port right now, but I see them going to Cosmodrome just because they played that area before. They are familiar with that area, and it's in a good spot within circle number 1.
You know, Vikendi is always a map where you're going to really test every single player's in-game IQ. Like Cosmodrome, it's such an interesting place, even to loot. You know, there's just so many weird odds and ends and tunnels in that area, and it's also a tough place to cover because there's just so much open area all around it. You just really never know where a squad's going to be hanging out. So, yeah, you can see right now, Lux trying to make a crazy shot. I think these are just warning shots right here. That's because that's about all you're going to be able to hit from that range with that UMP. But yeah, Nunez, he's going to give that intel to his squad and try to get looted up as fast as possible.
Yeah, so We actually saw the introduction. I feel like, at least in the Americas, we didn't see it week 1, but definitely in week number 2, everybody started picking up the Bisons. I mean, week 1 we didn't have any Bison play. Week 2, almost every squad, well, maybe not every squad, but a good percentage of the squads started running it. You know, they had the 4 times, they had the 6 times, and we were able to see some interesting plays from that one weapon in particular. So maybe, you know, with the new meta that we're kind of developing here within the Americas, we'll see even more Bisons moving forward.
Yeah, I think we saw Tribe Alucard really be the one to start the trend off. 6x Bison. I think he had like, what was it, 7 kills, somewhere around there?
Yep.
With it. I mean, just
7.
absolutely, yeah, crushing it. So I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense now that players have seen it. There's so much 5-5 everywhere. Look at Sam trying to say, hey, leave us alone in this area. Oh, he does get some hit markers right there.
Yep.
Yeah,
Getting
and
some shots on Paralyzed.
that worked. That worked right there. You know, you saw them decide to go ahead and take to another area as the rest of his squad is coming for support just in case. Great movement there. But yeah, you know, with the Bison, to go back on that point, 9mm in Vikendi, that's Vikendi's favorite loot. It's everywhere, you know. So I think that teams are going to be able to find copious amounts of it. The fact that the Bison has such a big clip, you could just use it to just pressure fire and just kind of make these really odds and ends plays. So I think it's a good gun to have in Vikendi. And 9mm, it doesn't take up as much space in your bags as 5.56 or 7.6. So you can just hold a bunch of it. And yeah, for a map like Vikendi, it's good to have at least, and it feels like an infinite amount of 9mm in your bags to go to the rest of the match.
And the clip, like you said, 53 bullets. Like, if you're taking some shots at something, you're bound to at least connect 1 or 2 of those 53 shots onto your opponent. If not, then I don't know, maybe back to the cheer park where you can duel people or whatnot and get some practice in. So we saw there. I want to kind of get your take. This is Ace1's last game of the night. They will be sitting out of the final match. Erangel here. Coming into this game, we saw just a second ago, they were receiving some shots earlier on. They're kind of all spread apart. We saw them kind of camping in rooms, you know, just kind of avoiding all fights at all costs. They have no kills so far. Like, this is your last game, no kills, dead last on the leaderboard. Like, what would you personally like to see happen from the team?
If I'm Ace1, you know that there's no way you're going to place in any money at this point. So I would identify what is my team's greatest struggle and weakness right now. And if it is team fighting, like just purely fighting as a squad, I would just full send everybody. Like, I would just put my team in a position to really practice those squad fights the best you possibly can, because that's what the scrims are for, and this is a perfect opportunity to get that practice. So I would just try to play extra aggressive, and yeah, just try to get my squad in a position to get better.
Just get involved, pretty much. Get involved.
Yeah. If that's my struggle, if your struggle is rotations, then I'd be like, all right, let's make some adjustments and just try something different. This is the perfect opportunity to do that. So anything that you can do that you feel will be able to give your squad some type of improvement, I would just see this game as purely practice, and yeah, try to make some adjustments along the way.
Especially, you know, coming in last place on the overall leaderboards in your last match. Like,
nothing to lose.
What they need? They need like 70 points to beat Tempo. Like, yeah. I mean, even if you want to do that, like, I don't know, it's doable if you take out everybody.
I mean, yeah, you can get it. If you get the chicken dinner and 50 kills, that's a good solid 70 points right there.
It's doable. It's
Haven't
doable.
seen it yet.
No.
But you know, oh, but you know what? The problem is it's not Christmas. So yeah, Christmas miracle probably not gonna happen tonight for Ace. But yeah, but they just need to see this one as, all right, look, obviously we're losing these team fights. Why are we even spread out right now? You know? Let's just get the squad together and let's just try to press some teams and assert that, hey, we can win some team fights. And if you lose it, then look at the footage that you guys recorded and make those adjustments.
So we'll see. We'll see what Ace1 will be able to do here in their final match of the evening. Looks like CultuBGBG going to be in the Zima, just cruising around. Everybody looking for a spot within the circle. We're about 8 minutes on into the match. 16 teams all together. I Did we even have any gunfights yet? We had some shots being fired back and forth, but no true
Hey,
engagement. Then we
With
might
that kind
see
of hard
Pyro.
shift, he was gonna be chill in the beginning, and I think that's
Yeah.
exactly what we're seeing here. But you know what? I kind of want to touch on something. One thing that I think every single one of these players need to be doing, if they're not, they should be already. If they're not doing it, they need to start. Is every single one of these players should be recording their own perspectives in these games. It is so crucial and important to improving as a squad. Because if you don't have all these players recording their own perspectives for their own VOD review, then what happens is at the end of a bad team fight or a loss or whatever, you're going to have a bunch of squad mates playing the blame game. You know, they're going to be, okay, what happened here? Oh, I did this. Oh, I did that. Without the VODs, there's no way to actually tell what the real problem is. So if they're not doing it, if they hear this, you got to start. You know, start recording your gameplay after the game or after the whole day's done. Sometimes it's even better to wait until then, so that way you don't mess with the team's, you know, morale. But yeah, go ahead, look at each player's VODs, see, okay, maybe you could have did this, maybe I could have did this, and oh, look at that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow. Talk about the VOD.
Maybe I shouldn't have drove across this street at this point. You know, like,
Yeah.
you know, little things
Talk
like
about
that.
the VOD.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
that'd
I
be
shouldn't
huge.
have cut off Pyra and you know, threw them off their bike and forced them to use some of their meds because
or
there's a high
maybe
chance of having a med off in Vikendi.
true. Or maybe you look back at the VODs right there, and maybe, for example, you see one of the players from C9 happen to see a member from Omen Elite but didn't call it out. You know, I'm not saying that that's what happened, but the VODs, they're able to say that and be like, oh, well, hey, dude, you didn't call all this out. Maybe next time you make sure that you enunciate it better. And that would have, you know, any little footage that you can be able to tell is just crucial, especially if you're looking to improve. And that's what these scrims are all about. Just getting better.
VODs don't lie. The VODs don't lie.
True that.
You heard it here first. So we should have a standoff here. I'm not sure who threw that smoke. Juicy has the.
Oh, they're coming.
Definitely
They want
to
him.
work
They want
with.
him.
They want him, but like both these teams are in a decent position within the zone. Like
They're
they
gonna
don't
get
need to
him.
be
They're gonna go.
over aggressive.
They're gonna be over aggressive. They're gonna get it.
Juicy's
Yeah,
finally
knowing
off
Omen
the
Elite, they're coming. They took out Bayo, their IGL. So just right there, they're like, oh, Bayo's down. We're gonna go ahead and try to 4 V3 Cloud9. And it's
uneven.
look at the
popping out.
angle.
Nico with the angle here. Now it's a 4v2 situation.
Oh,
Yeah, we see Pyro
run,
hopping on
Pyro.
the snowmobile, trying to
Run.
get on out of here. They will be taking some shots from
Can't do it.
Juicy, and Juicy will not let Pyro out of their grasp. And wow, Cloud9, the first team out of this very quiet early game here on Vikendi. I mean, it all started when Beowulf decided to cross the road, and you know what happens when Beowulf crosses the road?
Oh
Well,
my goodness.
the whole squad gets annihilated, unfortunately,
Oh.
for Cloud9.
That is not fiction. As you can see, yeah, Omen Elite just making it happen in that scenario right there. They do have Quinto on top with the SLR, trying to get them peaks off. Needs to be careful though, because Telly could definitely hit these shots from that range. But yeah, what a play from Omen Elite.
That was a nice play. That was a nice play. But if Quito gets knocked here, like, is it realistic for their squad mates from Cream to walk up those stairs? Because those stairs are exposed. Like, will they be able to get up here to get the revive? Like, if I'm Omen, I'm just going to continue just to guard it and make sure that that's not possible.
If I was Quinto, I wouldn't have even shot, to be honest. If I was in this position, I would not have even shot. I want to make sure that Omen Elite thinks that they're safe from here. And maybe you're able to catch them on a rotation. Because if you're trying to get a knock in there, all you're doing is hurting your armor. If you get hit, and all you're going to try to do is take out theirs. Because there's no way you're going to get the thirst if you get a knock inside a building from that range.
Yeah, and Quinto, though, actually being useful from up there. They're spotting out the crate. They saw it is safe, so they're going to be sending out one of their squad mates that didn't even have a helmet. So that crate's going to be huge, and hopefully they'll be able to pull back in time and have some decent loot to work with. So,
but
hey,
like you said though, those stairs were way too open. You know, so Quinto has a lot more to lose if he gets knocked. Look at this next zone, dead center.
Not
dead
bad.
center.
Not bad.
Yeah,
not bad. Team solid. GRUNTo, little concern for those two teams. They
Carreta
are
as
kind of
well.
on top of each other, not in the next zone. They're going to be right between Mezexis and both Team Carreta. So it is going to be a challenge to make their way on in. Besides that, though, everybody else pretty solid here. I'm really feeling the Knights in Cosmodrome. You know, they've been there the whole time. They're able to loot everything to themselves. So they're probably looking good. And you know what? We've seen these circles before, and they tend to actually favor Cosmodrome. So that might be the case here. If that is, hopefully the Knights can defend, because I do believe the Knights, I think they got like a second or third place the last time we saw these types of zones.
Man, you called that perfectly right there. You saw Cosmodome was wide and free. You knew that PK had a tendency to go there, and yeah, that's exactly what they did. They're holding that down right now, and look at that pre-fire from CultuBGBG, just in case. That's really good to see right there. But PK just need to just stay together as a squad and try to make plays right there. They had a interesting match last match. I think we saw them get into it with Tempo Storm, and unfortunately got hit with some insane third-party shots at the worst time. So I think they're really looking forward to bounce back here.
Ooh, popping tires.
Dirty.
Exactly. That is the play here. Make sure you take away your opponent's utility. Sam is just here, you know, pretty much hearing his tires pop. Not much they can do here. Not much they can do. And this is the area that I was concerned with. Team Solid, they need to make their way on into this new zone. Right next to them, Team Carreta.
No. They're
pushing
pinched.
on out of their compound, and we also have GRUNTo near this. All these teams are going to be hearing each other. They're right on top of each other. This is going to be, yeah, this is a bloodbath.
If you're Team Solid right now, you're just saying, what do we do? Rizzy's in trouble right now. That's 3 members down and out. Really unfortunate right here. They just picked probably the worst position they could have had right now in this map. And yeah, Rezzy's going to try to survive, but it ain't gonna be easy. Oh, but GRUNTo's coming out too!
They're pulling up on the
my
vehicles.
goodness!
2K knocked down GRUNTo. They have 4 up, so they have the numbers advantage. Team Carreta, they only have 3.
Out.
One of them knocked. This is best case scenario for the last man member from Team Solid. Maybe they'll third party this. Mateos has the tree for cover. Rand knows exactly where Mateos is. Mateos gonna be peeking on
they get
out
the
of
knock.
that tree. Brand spotting the last main member of the squad of Team Carreta.
The fence.
They have the fence as cover, and it seems like that's all they need here. Q going to be pushing on up, trying to provide support and make sure their squad mate Rand is not thirsted. The last remaining member here of Team Carreta going to be popping in the vehicles, maybe going for like a 400 IQ play, wrapping around and getting the revive. That might be the case. And I think that is the case. They're going to be able to get the revive, but look at this. Next zone pops. Both these teams are so far from the new zone here. Will they try to, you know, get the flushes on that duo? I assume so.
Yeah, they want the car. And yeah, I think they were making sure that they did secure it, and they did. So that is Team Carreta out in that position right there. Unfortunately, yeah, try to be able to make that position. It's just too much time and way too close. So unfortunate right there for Trem Carreta, and a big win for GRUNTo in that position for sure. I mean, that was not an easy fight. That was not an easy fight for GRUNTo. They caught that one squad, just pinched them super hard, Team Solid, and then hit the crazy third party and was able to take out that whole squad. Unfortunately, looks like one member from Trem Carreta wasn't able to make it into the lobby right there, so they were stuck as a 3-man squad, and I'm pretty that had to have a big effect on that fight right there.
For sure. And I mean, GRUNTo doing exactly what they need to do. Like, if you're not a squad here, we're getting into the last 2 maps of the evening. If you're not in 3rd place, like, you got to make moves. You got to make some moves. And that's what they did. They saw a team, they took the opportunity, and they did just that. Exam will be working together as a SWAT team to clear out all these buildings. And they know, or at least they knew if they were paying attention to the kill feed, Team Carreta, our trap setters are in the lobby, so you got to be extra cautious on exactly where they might be. And it looks like they're going to be pushing on up. GRUNTo, though, after that previous engagement, going to be sending in it, crashing right on top of
they're hungry
here. They're hungry on another engagement here. Lucas is going to be taken down. There goes another one on the side of GRUNTo. And Cream, it's a 3v2 right now.
That's it.
They're trying to pull back. They're trying to
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
GRUNTo hungry, but biting off more than they can chew right here with Karim Real Bretes making it happen with some big shots right there. You can't just, that's tough. It's tough to push up on other teams that are set up fully, especially if they're a squad like Cream right there, making it happen. Look at the zone though, as it does good solid shift right now. And unfortunately for Tribe, Mezexis ESports, Simplicity, and Pittsburgh Knights, not a lot of room to work with. Oh, here they go.
On top
Cream
of
getting into it
Cream
again.
right after that engagement with GRUNTo. Nico going to be popping on over here the tree, getting that confirm. And look at this. Their last remaining member trying to survive in the blue, going for that heal. And there goes the blue zone, taking them down and out. But at least it's going to be a point denied on the side of Omen.
You're absolutely right. Zone number 5. Oh, it stinks. There's just nothing you can do. When you get touching that blue zone, you're going to be in big trouble. Omen Elite, though, showing GRUNTo how it's done. And with a really good squad right here. And the third party on the PK. They heard the shots. Here they go.
PK forced to push on out of Cosmodrome.
Always.
Going to be pulling on up. Luxy already killed, already confirmed. And there goes the double right there. Always the last remaining member. Jagger with the Bison going to be getting the wraparound. The pre-fire onto Dacia is trying to fake them out, looking for that support from their squad mates or in the back line right now. Jagger, if they get taken out here, they could get thirsty. This is extremely dangerous. G3 out there bleeding on out.
1v1. Jagger gets it.
Jagger gets it. There goes CultuBGBG. They're making the push, making the pull up.
Out.
Trying to catch the Knights off guard. I mean, Jagger forced to take that engagement. They couldn't peel back and get the revives. Remember, they aren't in the new zone, so Jagger needs to hurry up, get the heal off, and go for the double revive so that they can have at least 3 moving forward.
Yeah, that zone's closing right now. I think if you're Jagger, just go for the heal strat at a minimum right now. With those kills, and if you get the heals from your teammates, you're going to be in a really good position right here to heal on up and get a higher placement right there. But yeah, Jagger knew if he peeled off, he was going to die. So he had to play aggressive and was able to get the clutch 1v1 for his squad.
Yeah, I mean, Lux pretty much getting taken out first from CultuBGBG, find themselves in a 1v3, definitely inflicting a lot of damage, kind of allowing their squad to do their best there. But yeah, Jagger with the buys. I mean, that's the weapon we were talking about before this game even started. Like, you got to look out for it. You got to watch out for it. We're in a new meta.
He was looking for them toes. Yeah, he was
yeah.
looking for them toes. Didn't find them right there. But still was able to go ahead and cross that rock. But look at this. Mezexis on Tribe.
Pulling up on the Tribe. Wildcard bleeding on out teammate. Pushing on up the underhand grenade. This could be good.
And it's good.
B4 Pedro, though. Where are you, Pedro? Kills. Going for the vehicle explosion. Getting all those kills. Stealing it from Tribe. Sam, the last remaining member right now. And look where Sam is. Sam is on the opposite end of this frozen lake. Loops looking directly in their sight. Pedro, huge play. Pat on the back right there for Pedro.
Man, if King 8 wishing he would have had some kind of quick release nade right there. Unfortunately, not able to go off in time. And Pedro with a huge angle, taking out the rest of that squad and adding some big points that are much needed for this B4 team. Sam, he's stuck. He's in a world of trouble and he knows it. 4 first aid kits to his name. 1 drink. Ugh, he ain't gonna be able to last long in this circle because this blue zone, it stings. And it stings hard.
Yeah, it's gonna inflict a lot of damage here. I mean, if you thought Sanhok was crazy. Oh, what?
Oh, but Sam got a return knock.
Yep. Gonna be getting one of those members down from B4 and checking on over here with Ace. They got 3 up, paralyzed, extremely low. They're gonna be running on into new zone, tossing some smokes in front of them to try to secure themselves a nice little pathway. But Pedro up there from B4, waiting, lying in wait, knows that there is going to be someone coming from this direction. Already lean peeking this right here.
He needs to start
gonna have to heal on up. How many meds? Pedro with 5. Okay, so Pedro can survive this one and can play this one out. But for what, though? I mean, only 1 point, though? Only 1 point?
I think that he knows that trying to get into zone is going to be too tough. So I think that they're just going for heal strat, just trying to last as long as they can.
Pedro
Oh,
sees,
got caught.
pop it up. Pedro sees, and Pedro does what Pedro does best. And 3 kills so far for the squad. Pedro, hopefully they can get off another heal and make their way on into the zone, trying to
Down just to Wildcard, Esports, and Omen Elite, which all 3 of them had just been having some amazing play as well.
exactly. And you brought it up, Wildcard. They're actually done. They're sitting out the last map. They played their 4 maps here today, so they will not have the opportunity. So it's up to Loops and Omen. Last game, Omen, they were pretty aggressive. They were definitely, you know, they got the eye of the tiger, I guess you can say, when it comes to trying to take as many fights as possible. I think they had like 10 or 9 kills altogether. So they're looking to make the comeback. They're looking to overthrow and get a chicken dinner here tonight.
And one team that will be playing this next match is going to be Alpha 7. They had to seed out Vikendi, and they are 10 points away from 2nd place. So I'm pretty sure they're looking at this leaderboard right now and saying, you know what, this is what we need to go ahead and do. This is how many kills we need to go ahead and get. This is the placing we need to get done. And that's one of the teams that I'm actually looking forward to see what they do in the final match.
Well, if you're Wildcard Gaming right now, I think that I wouldn't be adding too many things to the cart just yet, because you get 1 point, I believe, at least, if you get in last place. So Loops, especially with higher kills, they're going to be able to get placement just like that. So you got to hope that the rest of these squads get taken out early if you want a chance at 3rd place. But yeah, what a performance. What a great game to be able to see. Wildcard finishing it off strong with a good chicken dinner there in Vikendi. Looking over at the rest of the overall standings, you can see Simplicity in 11th place, Mezexis ESports in 12th, GRUNTo in 13th, and Tribe Gaming in 14th.
Yeah, and I think Wildcard's just probably going to be hoping that one of these teams that just doesn't have anything to win today is going to go crazy, is going to hot drop somebody, is going to try to at least make a name for themselves today and leave a highlight or add something to maybe the players' montages. And I think that's probably what we're going to be seeing here. This last game's a lot of teams usually don't expect to be hot dropped, and that's when teams that are currently at the end catch them by surprise. So I'm looking forward to see who's going to go ahead and pull off the surprise here or the miracle at the end and taking out one of the higher squads.
Mm-hmm. And I definitely agree with what you said earlier, Seven, that, you know, Tempo, they have such a strong lead that they can honestly do whatever they want this game. They can do whatever they want this game. And even if they get taken out first, like, it's not going to be an issue. Like, they don't have to worry about it. So we'll see. We'll see if they come into this game. Maybe they got some enemies out here. Maybe they want to take some early fights. That would be interesting.
Now, it would be actually nice to see them get hot drop. I'm not going to lie, because as we mentioned over and over again, they probably are going to end up with the 1st place unless some team just goes absolutely insane this last game, which I highly doubted. And it will be interesting to see how they handle that. Right now is the time to get those curveballs, those oddballs thrown at you with stuff that you don't expect. You want this kind of stuff to happen now before it actually happens on the actual tournament. These are scrims, baby. This is just $1,000. Once you're playing for $5 million, you want to get everything down to a T.
It's just so insane just to hear that $5 million prize pool, but that is the prize pool that PUBG Mobile is throwing down for the PMPL. Absolute insanity. And you know, you said when it comes to Tempo Storm going out in 1st place, they should be okay, right? At the same time, though, the way they've been performing, that's going to be hard to do. One thing I am looking forward to see, though, is that if another squad wants to make it happen, we're going to Erangel. And if that plane path goes center map, you know Tempo's going to go to Pachinki. So I wonder, in this scenario, where they're set up, will they decide to go there still? Or maybe opt to maybe mix it up here? I don't know, but it's going to be coming up here in the next few minutes. So guys, do not go anywhere. We'll be right back after these messages.
Tempo's got him.
A brand new feature in patch 0.18.0. It's a place for players to relax with their friends, practice skills, and meet new people. You can enter Cheer Park through the main menu, so invite some friends and explore this new space. The shooting range has been revamped. Now, when you start a round, you'll have 60 seconds to down 20 targets spread over 5 waves. Your results will then be rated and displayed. The player with the highest rating will stay at the top of the ranking for others to challenge. You can also play against your friends to see who is the better marksman. Players can now duel other players in Cheer Park via Quick Draw. The duel will start after both sides confirm the fight. The two sides will have red borders and start a duel. The player that defeats the other wins. Don't forget to take a photo with each other afterwards. Friendship first, results second. The selfie system is also available in Cheer Park. Get together, find the right angle, and strike a pose. Say cheese. Nice shot. Don't forget to share it on social media. Players can also create their own cheer parks and invite their friends. Many special buildings from the original map can also be found in Cheer Park. Don't miss out. Of course, there's a lot more than what was mentioned, so come explore Cheer Park's features now.
เป็นแอตแทกเกอร์ประสาทสัมผัสต้องไวใจต้องถึงหูนี่ต้องหูหมาเลยนะ เดี๋ยวทำให้ดู 14 นาฬิกามา 2 คน 150 เมตร แค่นี้เอง AK เนี่ยเขายิงกันเป็นตับละ 4 เมตร แล้วพอไม่งั้นเดี๋ยวมันเบี้ยว เราต้องรู้ระยะปืนใกล้กลางไกล เข้าใจเปล่า
พี่นี่เก่งนะ
คนก็ชมกันไปเรื่อยอะ
แต่ไม่เท่
ไม่มันจะไม่
เท่
ไม่เทเลยปั๊บมึงดูเป็น50 คิวอะมันจะไม่เทเลยแรงล่าง ทำไงนะ
ซื้อ RP13
ก็ไม่บอก โอ้โห
ค
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back getting ready for the final match of day number 1 of season 2, which is day number 9 of the total PMPL Scrims. Quick math, Dave.
Day number 9 in total. Day 1, season 2, game 5 of season 2. Game 45.
Oh boy, here we go.
How much more numbers you want here? We got the
man,
numbers.
bring them down. Can't
So
beat
tempo,
it.
they're in it. They are in the final game. They could do whatever they want with the point lead that they have. The question is, what will they do? Will the playing path favor them, or will these teams have a challenging final game here? It comes down to it. Right now, though, a lot of fans in the chat, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, they're kind of spamming the tempo emotes already. Maybe it's too early, maybe it's not. Well, we're gonna find out.
Well, I don't think it's too early at all, considering the performance that they've had and the point lead that they have going into here this last match of the evening. But it's Erangel. I'm looking forward to see, will they go to Pachinki? Will the playing path go there? I don't know. Let's get ready. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen, and hop into the match. As you can see, these players are all getting ready to get on the plane. Last match of day 9. Dave, you ready? I know I am.
Loading up. Load them on up. Hopefully, honestly, the last match, you know, I always wanted to be super crazy, you know, maybe like a military base finish. But honestly, when it comes to the players and, you know, the best practice possible, maybe like a decent, you know, centralized one where everybody can at least be in circle 1 and 2 is better, at least, because then they'll have the opportunity to get all their loot that they want, you know, not have to worry about some early engagements. But we'll find out. We do have the players. The plane will be starting on over middle to power. So we're going to find ourselves in the southern half of the map. And it looks like we're flying even further south over Primorsk. So there we go.
Yep, that's exactly the plane path indeed. Pachinki, right on line with it. Will a team decide to drop with Tempo Storm? They have been dominating day number 9 overall. They're sitting pretty right now. And like you said, with this kind of lead, they don't really have to do much if they want to secure this easy $700 that they just earned.
They do whatever they want. They could all get in vehicles and just run people over if they wanted to. Now, that would be something else. So the question is, how many teams are going to drop military? You know, how many teams are going to drop down there? Usually we have about 1 squad. But with the players currently flying on out, Cloud9 might be going in the general area. So we got Ace, Cloud9, B4, they like to go Nova. So we might have Ace and Cloud9 fight it out early here.
I want to see if, like, Cloud9, well, it's kind of tough to really check the plane since Pachinki was so close. Yeah, looks like they're going to be able to get military for free. B4 heading on south as well. Novo is in contention as well. Look at this, dead center zone. Dead center.
There you go.
Huge for Tempo and all these other squads as well. So, yeah, you can see already. Look at this. XQ and Exam really close to each other right now. Got to be careful as they loot up.
Yeah.
Oh, Sheepman found an M4, though, in this building. The last building for him to loot, so that's huge. Oh, and he's got a ton of 5.5. He stumbled on a little gold mine there in that building.
And, you know, you have to guess these players, they're 100% aware of how close they are to each other. We saw Garcia just a second ago. No helmet. I think maybe a shotgun. So with Shifan having this M4, you got to bet they are going to be extremely aggressive here. Garcia might be their first victim. I think Paris Boy is also out there in the distance. So when it comes to Exam, they're not really grouped together, comparing them to XQ, who are already all working together as a unit.
Yeah, you can already tell that they were on the hunt right there. Shifan getting up on the roof, trying to fight at angle, see if he can get a spot on one of those members. Ace did seem to get tagged up right there. Oh, you see in the kill feed, you called it. Garcia down first here in the last match of day number 9. Shifan able to get that angle and get that knock. So that's going to be tough for Exam, but I'm going to be assuming that XQ is going to be looking to get those finishes right there. But right now we're looking we were looking at Cloud9 looting up, but we are back right now in this fight. Garcia, with a hard crawl. Looks like he's getting picked up right now.
Able to get there. HZL with the AKM. The iron sights will be taking some shots. That's actually going to push Judo off of that survive. And Garcia probably going to bleed on out right here.
Ooh, grenade.
Ooh, that's a nice grenade. Will it inflict any damage onto HZL? Well, looks like HZL will be avoiding that damage. And here comes the support right now from XQ Gaming. Everybody from the squad going to be swarming up on the solo member Dudu.
Oh, man, he's in trouble.
Dudu's player. Dudu is going to support themselves. Fox. So everybody's grouping up right now. Everybody's grouping up. Fox out there in the Wizzy T with the grenade.
Too late.
Shots from there, looking to get at least a kill on the board here. And things aren't looking good right now for Exam. Down to just 2 members. Fox getting in the vehicle, trying to get on out of there, forced to defend themselves. Starlight.
Oh, big turn.
Connected on. Yeah, that was a nice turn. Fox trying to wrap around the opposite end.
Pre-fired.
And they were taken out themselves. And Paris Boy running away from this fight as quick as possible.
Time to go.
Time to get out of here.
Tough fight. Tough fight for Exam. You know, the support came just too late. You know, it was really a race from XQ Gaming and Exam to see who was going to be able to get the help there first. And yeah, it looks like XQ, their teammates were close enough, got the support going, and that's 3 points on the board just like that.
I mean, Paris Boy, Exam, like, how far were they on the? I think they were like at least top 8 coming into the last game. So that's actually, you know, not too good. I mean, what can you do as a solo player here? Get some placement points, maybe some third party in, but a chicken dinner, that's gonna be a challenge here. That's gonna be one heck of a challenge, especially with tempo in the lobby.
And look at that tempo, getting Pachinki all to themselves. They are set up and ready to go for this match. No team daring to enter Pachinki here in this last game, especially considering how that they've been performing. I do not blame them, that's for sure. So they're good to go right now. You see Team Solid, fortunately missing a member in today. Oh, and have 2 down as well. So it's just Proza. So yeah, it looks like Exam Gaming and Team Solid have something in common here, with only 1 member up starting off this last match. Not fun.
Yeah, and we're only in circle 1 too, so they have a long time ahead of them when it comes to trying to survive. And unfortunate for XQ, it looks like they're trying to pull off this compound off of that previous engagement. Unfortunate for them because they got the aggressors, Loops, making the crash right on top of them. Starlight will be right outside trying to take some jump shots with the Uzi and connect onto that member inside the building from Loops. Not successful. Looks like AZ making the pull up, looking to get that support. We see Starlight. They were knocked down.
Is
and
it too late though?
In the process. Chief trying to jump on top of the door, trying to, you know, catch Federal off guard. And here comes the parking from HZL. It's an all-out battle right here. It's all or nothing, Hot Jukes.
Oh, it is. Yeah, but that's it. 1 member's down from XQ, so Loops has a huge advantage. All they got to do is just push together as a squad. Oh, the third party, though. There are some shots going on up the hill that may make it difficult for Loops to press this fight. If I'm XQ Gaming, you gotta get out of here. Try to get. Oh, it looks like the vehicle. Good solid smoke right there. They might be able to get.
Okay.
Out.
So
oh no, they come to push.
They're grouping up.
Oh, they come to push. They ain't coming to lead.
They're actually able to all group up together. They will be taking down 1 member
comes
from
Becker.
Loops, working as a unit. Becker trying to get on into the door.
Third party
connected on themselves. And HQ, they are seeming to come out on top of this one. At least for now, it is going to be a 3v2. The
2v1.
smokes, the revives, the heals right now occurring. Becker still on the outskirts.
Oh, here comes Cream now, the third party. That's so hard.
Third party.
Oh,
Cream
no.
looking to get involved themselves.
Skowski, run.
Down so low when it comes to the health.
Oh, they get a knock.
Yeah, one of them bleeding on out. Nitsu looking to maybe heal on up, looking to get it thirst.
Are you kidding me?
And on the second story, might be able to vault on out and really catch him off guard, or will remain up there and let Loops be the defenders down here on the bottom story. Nitsu going to be opening up the door, throwing them off guard, faking them out, pulling back down here.
Loops!
In the prone position, going for a heal. Nitsu able to toss a grenade and ricochet it off of that windowsill.
Doesn't
Won't
connect.
be
Are you
connecting.
serious? She-Fan with the
Look at
eject. I'm out of
She-Fan's
here.
like, this
Bye.
is my chance to get on out of here.
Are
And
you
just
kidding
in
me?
time. Loops still defending the first floor right here. They're able to do just that.
Are you
Only
serious?
one more member for Cream.
What
So
just happened?
Loop, the victors. Loops should be able to get at least 2 of those revives here and, get that loot. And, Cream with a solo, XQ with the solo, peeling off this fight, not wanting anything to do with this. They're like, okay, Loops, this
Loops
is
still has
yours.
3 up. Are
Yeah.
you serious? Are
They
you
defended.
kidding me?
They did it.
Crazy.
They did it.
They got to a fight with XQ Gaming right there, an insane squad, taking out 3 of their members. And in the middle of that fight, you have Cream Real Betis on top, third partying, making them, just annoying them. And then with the full send, you saw Skowski. He was gonna just run for his life. But one member from Loops was able to get a clutch knock onto 2 of those members from Cream as they tried to drive in. And just like that, he turned around, decided, hey, we could still win this fight now. And just like that, 3 members down from Cream. What a play from Loops. Just honestly, I'm just like shell-shocked right now. That is insane. They, by all means necessary, they should not have made it out as unscathed as they did.
There goes Cream at the hands of Loops as well.
Again.
Loops, they didn't appreciate the attempt of the
They're
third
mad.
party from Cream. They made sure to get that one and get the squad wipe. Loops, they're putting in work right now.
They're
9 kills so far in circle number 2.
Playing viciously. Like I said, I think 9 out of 10 times, Loops or the squad that was in that position should have died. But they just hit some crazy shots on both teams right there. To get 2 big finishes like that, that's a testament to how well Loops has been playing here in the PMPL. Crushing it right now.
Definitely a team to keep your eye on for sure. I mean, I know they're a fan favorite, at least when it comes to season number 1. They had a lot of supporters in the chat, a lot of fans on the social media. So looking good for Loops here. They are going to have a compound. Looks like they're going to be taking some pot shots back and forth at Team Queso. They might get a couple knocks, but really everybody just going to be waiting to see where this next circle goes. I am pretty certain Loops, they are going to be in the circle number 2 here. So the thing is, Loops, I'm trying to think the vehicle situation. I know there's a couple teams that pulled up onto these compounds. I know Sheepman was able to take out one of them, but how heavily damaged are those vehicles after those engagements? Beowulf!
What the spot?
A free
Oh
points
no!
right there.
And the
A free
finish?
point. Yeah, huge. Getting a
Are
little
you
too greedy though.
serious?
Yeah, a little too greedy. They will be knocked down in return, but the revive should be successful. And Team Queso, they are on the defense right now. They need to worry about Cloud9 up here and also Loops out there in the distance. I mean, Loops are going to be looking right at this.
Look at Cloud9. Cloud9 just opting to take that point and run. Oh, what a crazy play right there. Just ninja'd it. I can't believe Axel got caught out in that position right there. What an insane play. And not able to crawl to safety. That's a tough loss. Tough loss in that position right there for Team Queso.
And if you're Team Queso, you got to be
wondering what happened.
extremely nervous, right? Like, where's
like, what
Cloud9?
happened?
Are they going to push this? Are they not going to push this? Like, that's why we see them kind of tossing these smokes to make sure that they aren't caught off guard from that angle again.
Oh, they're pissed. I mean, they got to be like, Axel, how did you die? Like, how did you get thirsted in that situation right there? Unfortunately, it is what it is in that scenario. But yeah, Cloud9, quick point added to their board. And yeah, they're out and they're safe. What an insane play. Insane play. Look at the zone shift right now.
But
As it
Chinky.
is- Yeah, right on top of the Chinky. Look
As
at
if
I mean,
tempo.
I mean, what
As
more
if tempo.
assistance do you need?
Yeah. As it. Oh, where are we going? Where are we going? Oh, Pachinki again.
Oh,
Tempo.
goodness gracious. It's all
Got it.
Tempo Storm today.
And look at that, though. Cloud9, B4, Shifan, the solo member right now of XQ, Parisboard, the solo member of Exam, all out there on the southeast near farm. They need to make their way on into the zone. And Pachinki is looking like a good spot to possibly crash on into. So if Cloud or if Tempo are set up pretty well here, they could have some nice angles on these teams looking to transition and push into the city themselves here. Cloud9 is going to be one of the first to do
They should
just
be.
that into these trenches.
They should be. You know, if you're Tempo Storm, this is your drop location. You should know Pachinki better than anybody else at this point. But yeah, man, I mean, I guess when you're on, you're on. Tempo Storm getting blessed. Dead center of these zones right here. But look at this. They're going to have to be careful because B4, Cloud9, all these squads are crashing. And it looks like they're able to secure these positions basically for free right now. I think Tempo perhaps opted to... Yeah, it looks like Tempo left Pachinki and decided to take another position.
At least they're being proactive. They have like a 2-2 split going on in this league. So Tempo, Mezexis, 2 of their members going to be crashing
Found
onto
Proza.
the last member. Of Team Solid. Team Solid going to be taken down and out in 15th position here. Starting the game with 3 up, so already at a disadvantage. And then we saw early on Team Solid, losing 2, leaving just a solo member. So there goes one of our solos, and here comes another crash. Ace1. We were hoping Ace would pop off. Yeah, we were hoping they would pop off this game. This is their game, their final game of the evening. Looking to capitalize on some kills here. G3 will be on the outskirts of this warehouse. Their teammates overlooking this.
They're in a tough position, though, because you got 2 members of Tempo just covering Church right now, making it difficult for either both Pittsburgh Knights or Ace to get into this engagement. So I think if you're Ace, you're going to have to set up in that warehouse, and you're not going anywhere right now.
Oh, yeah, G3, like, if they want to regroup with their squad mates, like, these smokes are important. But we saw HH looking right over here. Sightlines for days. Oh,
Will he make it?
He's going to be taking some shots, and
So close.
G3 able to make it bolt on into that first story and make it back to their squad.
Yeah, that was a really good smoke line that Raven was able to get, and G3 be able to get back with this squad in this position. That's huge.
Ace over here in the warehouse, repositioning some of these vehicles. I saw one of you guys just were missing a tire.
Hey, gotta protect the cars. Gotta protect the cars, especially in this zone.
And especially because they are not in the next zone.
Oh,
You see
goodness.
the mini map, in the top right. Tempo, they are going to be in this
Pyra.
zone. They're gonna be looking down here. Yeah, Pyra
He's by himself.
was knocked. Now Cloud9, they are near Pyra, so they might go for the revive. They might opt to push towards them. It is gonna be dangerous though.
Not easy. Not easy at all. That's always the worst case when you are the off angle person and you get knocked. You're just you're pretty stuck, and you're putting your team in a real vulnerable position right now. That's exactly what happening. As you can see, all these other squads are trying to rotate and try to find a safe position here. Adder, though, able to make it. He is able to make it, and looks like he will be able to get that pickup onto Pyra.
Ace going to be sending it to the north. We got Omen. Welcome on into the final game of the evening. They are going to be up there to the north as well.
Oh, there
Same
goes
thing
that
with
Bucky's tires.
Simplicity. So we're going to have a couple teams up here in the mountains, up here, the hills,
Got Tribe.
just west of school. There's a couple compounds that are going to be open. I do believe Tribe are looking to center up here on that one compound where there's 3-story. And if they do that, they're going to have some nice sight lines on all these teams. Omen, on Ace, on Simplicity.
Well, Simplicity, they're in a really good position here. They're at the edge of the zone, but it looks like they will be able to get in. Nunez blows up his vehicle to provide himself some cover, much needed, as right now they have to do a big gatekeep against Simplicity right here. Oh, look at that nade from downtown. Here goes Doc.
Going to be tossed and
From long range.
Connected onto Nunez. Nunez in the smoke, just healing on up, just praying that these grenades don't land near them. Nunez has some nice cover, but they might be exposed to the elements underneath that UAS. And the Knights over here in the smokes taking their own engagement onto Alpha 7. BitTech is going to be thirsted on out. You see another knock over there, and just one more member left from Alpha 7. And the Knights hot on the case, looking to get the final blow and get 3 kills so far here in circle number 4.
Oh, yeah. Pittsburgh Knights, they're hungry right now. They're at the edge of the zone, but this is a squad that needs to play really tight together and hit those shots, because they got to, this team can make it happen. They definitely have the gun skill to do it. They just got to utilize, better teamwork, better team position, and be able to make it happen. Look at Rain with that 6x
vehicle.
TP.
Yeah. You saw Rain there was was looking down scope, was waiting for the Knights to all pop and pile into that vehicle before taking the shots. So once when the vehicle started to move, then they took some shots. The thing is, the Knights, they're still caught in this engagement with the solo from Alpha. As I say that, taken down.
He
and
got
out. So that's going to open it up. That's going to open up for the Knights. They should be able to heal on up. My concern, tempo though. They got the DPs. They're locked and loaded. They have been itching for a fight since the very beginning of this game.
Tempo's in a big position. I think they're going to hit the record tonight. They are totally set up to be able to hit the most points that we have ever seen here in the PMPL. Minwoo with, hold on real quick. Okay, there we go. I was about to say Minwoo with the M24. Was he about to iron sight, hit some crazy play? That would have been insane. But look at this.
Okay. Tribe.
Blessed.
Yep. They got a crate. They got the hard cover. My concern, tempo, we see them. They're split, like you mentioned earlier. They're split. Cloud9, B4. They are right to the south of this. If you're Cloud9, you're probably going to push at least in that compound where Tensa is. So what is the game plan for Tempo Storm right now? That's my question. How are they going to survive?
They probably have vehicles up, so they'll probably just hit the edge and just make a car wall. That zone, though, it's ugly position. It's just that cover that Tribe has. It's not even a real building. It's just like a little shelter that's on the side of Pachinki right there. So, yeah, nothing but really just hills and open field in this zone right here. And look at Simplicity. They're going to try and hopefully get lucky and try to be able... Look at this, a bait vehicle right here. Hopefully they have somebody in the back doing some cover fire.
No. Oh, no. Nunez. They know Nunez is down here. They see the smokes from Nunez. Russell, though, will be taking some shots from... I believe paralyzed from Ace and maybe even Omen Elite. Nunez gonna be cooking a grenade, gonna be tossing that right onto the US. We'll be connecting, we'll be inflicting some damage onto Doc. Nunez gonna be taking some shots onto Doc, taking down Knock, and now looking to get the confirm, looking to get the thirst, but going to be paying the price of their life.
Minwoo
getting too thirsty. Minwoo protecting their squad mate Doc in the process. Now it's just down to Ace paralyzed over here. Is going to continue to receive shots from Tribe, from Omen, and now Simplicity, the solo member out here.
Driving away, trying to make it, but paralyzed. He's stuck. He's caught out. Oh, gets caught by another angle again. And look at that. Omen Elite taking him out. Big break right there for Simplicity.
I like Omen's position. You know,
they're set up really
they got the blue to their back. They have this little hill. It's a very sharp hill. They're utilizing this this US to protect themselves from Simplicity. They got a nice spot here. Really nice spot.
Oh yeah, they got that edge pretty well locked down right now. Okay, yeah, so this is the dip that is right above school right here. This is a really strong position. It looks like they will most likely be able to push up into it as well if they want to. But you know, Tribe, they're set up in these in this 3-stack as well. But they're gonna get sent on right now. Look at Omen.
Yeah, they're pushing a little further. I mean, really, it's Omen and Tribe versus Simplicity right now. Both of these teams are extremely thirsty to try to take down the rotate from Simplicity. Irish going to be running across the open field. The Juicy connecting with the M4 and getting another point. Now it's just down to Russell from Simplicity in the smokes. If you are Russell, you do have the next stone. You just want to continue to survive as long as possible. Tribe, King A, going to be popping on out of their compound, looking to backstab Omen right now. Going to be applying some pressure. I do see Seagut. Seagut is knocked in the process. Tempo Storm also making the push.
Here they go.
Tribe are taking 2 fights. Is it going to be too much? Yeah, Alucard, Seagut bleeding on out.
Tribe so
King A was pushing out. Yeah, King A was pushing onto Omen. Meanwhile, Tempo making the push as well. Oh, they're just spread too thin right there. Too thin, and I believe it's just King A now.
Just gotta stay together, you know. Just stay together and hold it down. You can't let a squad push up on you for free, especially a team like Tempo Storm, who's been dominating this lobby so far today. And just like that, now Tribe, the buildings that you had, they ain't yours no more. They're Tempo's. And if you're King A, you're gonna have to try to make some crazy plays to survive. Look at Cloud9. They're also just outside of zone right here. Throwing some smokes out, trying to get into position.
Yeah, they got Raven. They got J7 right on over this hill in the trench. Cloud9 trying to take some shots, maybe third party Tempo, maybe third party Tribe over there. Here comes the crate just in case you wanted one, just in case you needed some extra loot. Oh! Huge grenade coming out from Loop onto Raven. Remember, this is right near C9. C9 are going to hear these grenades. They're going to see
so
the
much
kill
help.
feed. They might third party this one.
Oh, but look at this. You got
Beowulf,
Omen Elite.
Beowulf. Oh, J7, the snake in the grass. Oh, Beowulf
powerful.
popping their head from the bush. J7, the Viper, just too strong. Pyra should be able to come and provide the support, but I see Pyra actually taking some shots as well. Things are falling apart. There's a Molly over here. Okay, so the Molly kind of stopped that one, but they got the vehicles, they got the cover. I do believe they should be able to reset here, at least on the side of Cloud9.
Oh, just like that. You saw 7 try to pick up Raven, but Juicy said, not today. Making it happen with that mini. That mini is so gross. Just it's a laser beam right now, and you can definitely see Juicy putting it to work. You got J7 all to himself trying to make this gatekeep onto Cloud9 right here.
What are you doing here? You know J7's over here. J7 has been in this position. J7 got Beowulf before. J7 will be taking out another member, Adar, but the support. Yeah, they're able to get the support. Now it's just up to Beowulf. Beowulf's getting shot.
Oh no! He tried to blow up the car. Got caught from Omen. Are you kidding me?
Final blow.
9 kills.
Beowulf. Yeah. Omen, they got their squad. They are on it. You already know Nico wants that crate. Nico wants that crate so bad. Maybe Nico actually got the crate already. We see a level 3 over here.
Oh yes. Oh, they have zone too. They have zone. They're set up right now. Look at this.
So,
Omen Elite, they just need to get aggressive. They need to get aggressive with it. Just gatekeep the heck out. Pre-fire everything. Pre-fire everything. Make it difficult for these squads to get in the zone. As Tempo is trying to hit a wraparound. Juicy needs to be real careful by himself, though, on this edge.
Yeah, you got the solo from Loops up there as well, down there to the south. And they might be able to come up and surprise Tempo as they make their methodical push to the compounds. They're using smokes. They are aware that there has to at least be one more solo left from Tribe. If they've been paying any attention to the kill feed, they know they didn't get the insta thirst on the last member. And then there's definitely one more member alive here. King A, as I say that, exploded by Penta.
That's it. That's it for King A right there.
Wow.
Oh,
3 left.
man.
Okay,
Tempo Storm.
and then
that's it. Loops out.
Yeah, Loops out. So Tempo Storm versus Omen Elite. Omen Elite with 4 up. Juicy holding the very far off angle. Like you said, that was your concern here. If Juicy is called out from their position, that's going to make this a 3v3. And Juicy is actually going to be taking some shots, giving away their position. So Tempo are aware right now of that off angle being held.
You just got to be
Nico and
careful.
Angry over here as well within grenade range. They're going to start to toss out some of these grenades, try to inflict as much damage as possible. With Tempo Storm, they got the second story. They got the third story. Will they be able to capitalize on their sightlines here?
Not going to be easy. Not going to be easy. Omen Elite's by far in the best advantage in this position because they have so much space to move around and get angles. And Tempo, all they have is these windows here. And they know that if they look out those windows, Omen Elite is staring right at them right here. So, yeah, you can see Juicy from downtown trying to hit a long nade. Not going to be easy. Yeah, it doesn't connect here. This is going to be intense in this final circle right here.
More grenades going right on into
Trying to open the fight.
You made a good point. Like the windows, like if you peek them, you're probably going to get knocked. But the windows 100%. Also, you can get so much information. So Tempo, they're able to get information. They can definitely see where these grenades are being thrown from. But like you said, like what can they do with that information at this point? Like they can't peek and take shots. So it's going to be challenging. We see smokes coming on out. Rain tossing some smokes, trying to get closer. Grenades landing right past Rain from Juicy. I mean, this little hill that Omen are working with, this is the perfect amount of cover needed. And Angry actually going to be spotting out Rain right there. And now it's a 4v2.
That was a really... I do not think that was a safe rotation for that tree right there, especially knowing like how much cover that Omen Elite has. Your real only bet, if your Tempo, was to just make a crazy smoke wall. Oh, he actually made it. He snuck up on him. Oh, but it gets caught.
It doesn't matter. Yep, it doesn't matter.
Play zone caught Angry right there.
Okay. So we just got one more left. We got Tensa up here on the 3rd story of the roof. 4 first aids here in a dream. Nico cooking the grenade, Telly pre-firing, and is there even a chance for Tensa to survive?
Can't look out that window. Nope, can't
I mean,
do
you
it.
called it. You called it. Those windows. You know, you called it. Those windows. What? I mean, what could Tempo have done though? Like,
So in that position, their best way to get to that hill was to go to the right side. You know, their right side. So in that
where Spec went. Where Spec
yes,
went.
exactly where Spec went. That's the only way you're gonna get to that zone. Going left is all open field. You're dead if you go that way. So what you could have done was throw smokes going left to kind of create like you're looking to make a line that direction, and
diversion.
then heavily smoke the right. And you have to send your full squad together. Unfortunately, one nade, you get your whole squad killed, but that's your best case. You know, just send it as a team, and you hope that Omen Elite is so spread out around that line that you're able to get those 3v1s, 4v1s. But yeah, tough position for Tempo. They definitely had the big disadvantage right there. With those kind of kills in a second place, definitely nothing to shake your head at right there. But Omen Elite, they played that one perfectly. Exactly what they were supposed to do in that position.
Not to put you on the spot here, all right? But I just love your insight. Rain from Tempo. They kind of use those smokes to the left, you know, like you said. But then they were in the actual smokes, you know. So you had Rain over there to the left, and you had Spec trying to crawl their way up to the right. If Rain didn't have get knocked there, like, could you have seen maybe Tempo coming out? Maybe
he was gonna get knocked there 10 out of 10 times. You heard Juicy's shots coming from that angle. That tree's just not big enough. You know, I think that he just kind of got caught and was forced to get behind that tree. But yeah, like from that position there with those kind of smokes, that it's just not the play. Going left was just certain death, and I think that that's exactly what happened.
All right. Oh, Loops, 3rd place. Loops have been having a really good night here tonight. Tribe, 4th place. Cloud9, 5th place, and Team KSO, 6th place that game. So very interesting end game there. We had a lot of action in North, a lot of action down there in the South, but that's it. That's going to be it for the games here today. I believe we have the beautiful 7 going to be showing up here and helping us break down the day as a whole and checking out the overall leaderboards here.
I'm interested to see exactly what his thoughts are on this match because, man, way to finish Erangel. Tempo Storm, 2nd place, whole bunch of kills. Are you shocked? I'm not, that's for sure.
Listen, I'm not shocked. Definitely not shocked. I'll tell you which team I am shocked by this last game. CultuBGBG Esports. They had maybe one of the craziest match out there. I don't know if you guys were able to see what was going on, but I mean, you guys were able to see the engage between XQ Gaming and then I believe so I don't remember the other team's name, but they were able to go ahead and push him, and they were able to go ahead and just win that outfit. I mean, and that gunfight. I'm gonna be showing you the breakdown of it, but before we do that, there was another instance where you guys were not able to see, where it was just 2 players. I believe it was Zadinho and Skalowski. I could be wrong on those last 2, but it was just 2, man. They were both pushing it with cars, 1 for each car, and they started getting just peppered from every angle, and somehow they survived. One of the cars got blown up. Luckily, the player from CultuBGBG Esports got a chance to get out in time, and then the other player, which I believe was Zadinho, came in, just crashed his other car, got out, started throwing smokes right away, and being able to see that goes to show the kind of skill that CultuBGBG Esports has. And it was just an amazing to see them go from what could have possibly been a 10th place to just being able to go ahead and clutch up a 3rd place. Not only that, get a lot of kills behind it too. So if you want to, go ahead and switch it over, baby, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. That was probably one of the craziest engagements I have ever seen. The fact that they made it out there, absolutely insane. On to you, 7, to show us exactly what you were able to catch in that last match.
Let's go ahead and show it to you guys. Now, what I'm going to be doing here is I'm just going to go ahead and remove my sweet camera. That way we wouldn't have any issues with my sweet camera. That way we wouldn't have any issues with it. There you go. Look at this. Dadinho is an absolute beast, man. You can see CultuBGBG Esports just crashing into that building. Absolutely trying to destroy everybody. Meanwhile, at the moment, they don't have to worry about anything going on from the side. Nobody trying to third party them. And XQ Gaming, the players that were out in other cars, are trying to go ahead and make a comeback here. Now, what I want to go ahead and show you guys, I want to go ahead and just fast forward a little bit more as some of the players from XQ start getting hurt, and also players from Loops Esports start pushing right here, which is going to go ahead and expose them. As you can see, my boy there, Juke, saying third party. Oh, it was coming. It was coming. Look at this right here. Absolutely destroy Federal. Now it turns out to be a 3 versus 3, and Becker right here trying to figure out what's gonna go ahead and happen, and that's when he gets third party, and that other team's thinking, listen, we can definitely go ahead and make a name for ourselves here. We can go ahead and push that up and just do a show in here. But little did they know, Loops Esports was just on another level this game. Kowalski getting those skills there. C-Fan, luckily for C-Fan, he was able to get away from it, but it was kind of short-lived as well. Now, right here, the push. Let me go ahead and show you the push. That is just an absolute beauty, although it ended up backfiring for them. Dadinho, Skowski coming from the other angle. Decker more than likely is going to go ahead and die right there. And then CRB, just what they thought was going to go ahead and be an easy push, ended up being something a little bit more difficult. Loops Esports being able to hit some just insane shots and being able to clean up everybody right there, as we're going to be able to see. There's an absolute amazing showcase from Loops Esports. Look at that, man. That is just beautiful right there, ladies and gentlemen. And you know exactly what happens there. C-Fan says, you know what? I'm out, man. That's right. He says, no way. I'll leave that for somebody else. It would be short-lived. Dadinho still getting kills, trying to pick up his teammates. He is going to be able to go ahead and get that pickup. And one of the other plays that I was talking about as well, just them being able to somehow survive getting shot from every angle. It was insane. And that right there is the breakdown of the last game. Loops Esports definitely a team to go ahead and look out for the upcoming days. What do you think, Jukes?
Man, I'm ready to see it, because like that engagement alone, I think, I mean, so many pro teams in that position should have lost, hands down. I mean, when you're already in the middle of a fight, you're down a player. You saw Skowski go for a run. Like, he was like about to just say, hey, I'm going to be like Sheephead and get the heck out of here in this engagement. But, you know, you have another member there able to just shut down the push with some insane shots and knocks. And that's something that we have seen coming from Loops every single day here. They hit those. It's a team that you do not want to drive by, because they're going to go and shut down that car every time. And now they proved that they could even do it under pressure right there, in the most intense pressure possible. Clutch game from Loops right there.
And that's stuff you want to go ahead and see around this time, right? It's scrims, $1,000, still a lot of money, but you can kind of just be willing to risk a little bit more than you would for $5 million. And Dadinho really impressed me throughout the whole day. He was being able to go ahead and get some clutch. Not only Dadinho, to be fair to all the other players, Loops Esports has some players that can clutch up when they need them to clutch up. I think that's why we were able to go ahead and just see them perform so well today. Even if they end up being in the top 3, just seeing those players clutch up when you need them to is going to give the other teammates a boost, a confidence boost, knowing that, hey, if I mess up, I know my teammate has my back. And that's something amazing to see. We should go ahead and check out that leaderboard, though. I'm interested to see who's going to get that money.
That's right. We got the scores ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get right into it as we see the standings. Who is going to be the winner of today? Color me shocked. Oh my goodness. It's Tempo Storm with 100 points. Are you kidding me?
We have yet to see any squad get 100 points here in the scrims, and 44 kills. 44 kills right behind them. Omen Elite, 2 chicken dinners with 33 kills, 85. So Omen Elite, I mean, their points alone, if you would have compared it to season 1, you would have thought they would have won first place here with 85 points. But Tempo just fragging out here tonight.
Yeah, and I think it goes to show when Tempo was able to destroy, I believe it was Sanhok, when they were able to go ahead and knock out of Omen Elite out of that map, it was a huge confidence boost for them, because they knew they can take into second place. Today was just their day, and 44 kills, man. 11 more than Omen Elite. That's just some bragging rights right there. They're definitely going to be adding to their car of what they're going to be purchasing with those $700.
Woo! Are you kidding me right there? You said it earlier, Dave. We saw Cloud9 win one time with 50 points, like 50 57 points. Loops had 75s. That's one of the highest scores we have seen here in the PMPL. And they got third place. Omen Elite with 85. They've won two first place prizes with less points. Are you kidding me? What a display from Tempo Storm, shattering the record. First team to hit 3 digits here in the PMPL Americas Scrim. What a performance. What a performance.
Yeah. Loops, no chicken dinner either. I mean, Wildcard and both Alpha 7 got chickens right behind them. So no chicken dinner. They're able to carry themselves, you know, with the breakdowns from 7. I mean, it has just been a team that came in tonight. They're playing on their home turf, and it is showing here. I mean, 29 kills for them. I mean, all 3 teams breaking records here tonight. Like you said, the points alone, 100, 85, 75. Those are all, if you look back to season 1, those are all first place finishes. But the leaderboard here tonight, so top heavy with our 3 big top 3.
Yeah, and I think it just goes to show right now we're in season 2. These teams are getting a little bit more comfortable playing against each other. And they're getting ready. They're starting to see some patterns that other teams, for example, teams from South America might have not seen before from teams from North America. It is a new season. It is a new year. They're going to be seeing new strats. And honestly, I know Tempo ended up being in first place. They were just dominating. Omen being able to go ahead and clutch up on the first game of the day, too, for them. They were able to get that sweet chicken dinner with some kills as well. But Loops Esports, even though, as you guys mentioned, even though they didn't get that chicken dinner, being able to get the kills, they were getting pretty much high kills every single match. And on top of that, they were getting their placements down. That was just able to go ahead and take them over the edge from Wildcard Gaming.
But here's what I gotta say. I'm gonna be the one to say it. Okay, look at this. I'm gonna say it. It's season 2. Okay.
Yeah.
We're playing on South American servers here. Okay. Right.
True,
I think a lot of the squads from South America were complaining, and I can totally see it. They're complaining, saying, "Oh, this is the reason why we're struggling, because we're not playing in our own server." We are now, and look who the top 2 finishes are.
No, relax, man. It's only night number 1. Relax.
I mean, but look at the points, though. Look at the points. Are you kidding? I mean, you can't deny. Yeah. I mean, it just goes to show that, hey, you know what?
True.
Regardless, right? These squads are able to perform. Tempo Storm having the best game, like the best day ever on the scrims, and not even playing NNA. Wow, that just goes to show you anybody can win. Anybody can win. No excuses. Gotta hit those.
Every dog has their day, baby. Yep. Every dog has their day, and today's day was Tempo Storm. They were able to back it up with some amazing gameplay, some amazing teamwork, as we're able to show you guys in the breakdown. And man, tomorrow, boy, I'm excited for tomorrow to see what's going to happen. And hopefully one of these teams that didn't do so well, not that we're seeing here at the second part of the leaderboard, maybe we can see them do a little bit better. I know Tribe Gaming was one that we talked about towards the end there. They were able to start picking it up. They actually ended up being 4th place in the last match. So maybe they can carry a little bit of that momentum to tomorrow. But we'll see what happens. Teams that I'm going to be looking out for, definitely for sure. Tempo Storm, can they go ahead and continue to back it up? Loops Esports, Omen Elite, and Wildcard Gaming, because they were pretty much there for that top 3.
Right, you are. One team I'm going to be looking at for sure is Tribe. I think that over the past few days, at least what I've noticed, is like sometimes they have some really good favorable positions. They just seem to have a struggle being able to hold them. In certain situations, they'll have the zone, they'll have the gatekeep going, but then they'll have, and I believe we've seen, Loops, Tempo, other squads just full send it right on there to the location, be able to drive up for free and take them out just like that. So one thing I want to see Tribe is hopefully over these next few days be able to make those adjustments and be able to hold down those gatekeeps a little bit better. And I know that the squad, that with the players that they got in that squad, it's something that they can definitely accomplish.
Definitely. King SC got their top level, and they do have new players, so I'm looking forward to see what they do. Another team that I actually want to go ahead and mention is Cloud9, right? It seems like a lot of stuff just wasn't going their way. Beowulf, their IGL getting knocked. Every single time he got knocked, the team just kind of went a little bit like a chicken with his head off, and they didn't know exactly what was going on there. That's a team that has a lot of experience, so I'm pretty sure they're going to go ahead and be able to watch this and learn from it. Listen, sometimes it's good for teams to go ahead and have days like this where everything doesn't go your way, because that's where you're going to go ahead and be able to improve. If you just keep winning, you're not going to be able to see where you need to go ahead and become better. So I'm happy to see hopefully they're going to go back, which I know they are going to, and they're going to readjust and do better. Another team as well is Team Kessel, team with experience, team that has been to 2 now grand finals and has played LAN as well and had the pressure on. So I'm looking forward to see how they go ahead and adjust here throughout season 2 of Scrims.
Right, you are. You know, Bayo, one of the really rare IGLs that can be an IGL and also a top fragger on a team. So, you know, losing
Scary,
him
man.
early, yeah, it's not something you see every day, because being an IGL, there's so much stuff that you have to go in your head, and usually you depend on your other players to be fraggers, but to be both, it's a rare breed. So yeah, I know losing him early is not something that Cloud9 wants to do. At the end of the day, though, you're Cloud9, you're that squad. You have to be prepared in case that loss does happen. But hey, speaking of teams, let's talk about how our teams of the day fared here in match number 4. As you can see, we have none other than Ace1 having a rough day today here on day number 9.
Yeah, very rough. Nunez, you know, definitely like the star player of the evening, if you can call it that, getting a couple kills, getting a lot of damage, probably the most for the team here, but having a rough night. I mean, having a rough night. We saw them, they got caught off guard in the north over there. They got pinned down, and Paralyzed was that last remaining member. They tried to get some final shots onto Simplicity as they made their way on into zone, but just couldn't pull it on off. And I feel like Ace's main issue, at least from tonight, had to have been just positioning. You know, every time they would rotate, they would find themselves in the new circle. They were already being shot at, so they just couldn't catch a break. They didn't have any time to really shine here tonight, which was unfortunate because they are a somewhat consistent team. You know, I brought up their scores from season 1. They got a couple 4th places with like 20 kills. They got some 3rd places with 20 kills. They got some 2nd places with 20 plus kills. But this goes exactly with my point from the very beginning of the day. Ace1, they're either a team that's hot or they're cold. If they're hot, they are fragging out. They're getting 20 plus kills per game. If they're cold, they're getting like 2 kills and a low place finish. So it's kind of weird, you know, that a team is either hot or cold, and they're never in the middle. So how do they take their bad games and finish in the middle, right? Like that's their problem right now.
One thing I gotta just mention for sure.
Go for it, brother.
Yeah, one thing I just gotta mention for sure though is like, look, every single one of these top teams have had a bad day. You know, at least one. And unfortunately, Ace, this was their rough day, considering that they had you know, pretty consistent finishes in the past. A tough day, and you know, it's unfortunate that it happens to be the day that they're the team of the day. But don't let this you know, performance fool you, because I'm definitely looking forward to see them make a big comeback here tomorrow.
Yeah, and it is day 1 of season 2. A lot of readjustments have been done by teams. Maybe maybe other teams are doing different rotations that they might not be used to. And I think they're just probably go back to the drawing board. They'll see, okay, now this is what they're doing different. You know what? How about we go ahead and change our strategy up? And keep in mind, this is everything that their team and their coach is writing down. In case they go ahead and see this in the $5 million tournament, they'll be able to adjust right away and not have a bad day like this. Because if you have a bad day like this, that's thousands of dollars that are going to cost you, man. You don't want to have this in the tournament.
100%. We can move over to CultuBGBG as well. Kind of like a similar, I think everything that I just said can apply as well to Cultu. Fortunately, having a tough day as they are a highlighted team. But at the end of the day, these are squads that are coming from South America. They're on their servers now. They got to be able to make it happen here. And I think that, hey, after the break, we'll give you a little pass here for today. But come back tomorrow and make it happen. This is how these squads did overall. As you can see, Ace, 6 kills on the overall day. Not the best performance that you're looking to have. And CultuBGBG as well. You know, not able to really get the finish that they were hoping for. But regardless, you know, at the same time, you got to give it to both of these squads. Got to give it to them.
Definitely. They're here for a reason. They know they got the skill. They know why they made it here. And all it just comes down to just making a couple of adjustments. And as you keep mentioning, man, we are currently playing in the South American server. So I want to see some other teams from South America. For example, Alpha 7. They start to get a little bit hot there with my boy Metek and Rolex. Can they go ahead and continue that? They need to go ahead and continue that. I know from talking to Metek back, I believe it was in Berlin of last year. he was a little bit nervous about just being in the big event, being on the lights. Now, more than likely, you're not gonna have to worry about that because you're comfortable. You're with your pals at home without people watching you, without the lights hitting your face. So I want to say, trust me,
laying down in your cama, all ready to go, right?
Maybe drop the phone, hit it on your face. Who knows what happens? But it just comes down to adjustments. And I know a lot of these teams are probably gonna go ahead and adjust and have a better day tomorrow.
Let's hope so. I mean, as we wind down, though, we're already in season number 2 of the PMPL Scrims. And like you keep mentioning, Seven, like the $5 million is right around the corner. Ooh. And some teams like Cult too, you know, I don't mean to be too harsh on them, but they've been finishing on the second half of the leaderboard like the entirety of the Scrims so far. So like if you're finishing in Scrims for 80 games on the bottom half of the leaderboard, like, you're not going to make it at the top level. Like, that's just the reality of the situation. So you have to just stop everything you're doing right now because it's not working, and you got to change it up. You have to change it up. And, you know, that's why these scrims are giving these teams the opportunity to kind of realize this, because after 80 games, you haven't gotten a top 5 on the overall leaderboards. You're not going to make it. You're just not going to be able to get any money when it comes to the world stage. And it's unfortunate to say, but it's the reality of the truth. And, you know, these teams, they got the next 2 weeks, 3 days this week, 4 days next week, to really try their hardest to come up with some new strategies and game plans.
There's a lot of good competition out there. Keep in mind, we're just currently watching PMPL Americas Scrims. Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Wait until you see what's going on across the world, because
they're coming ready. Yeah, like I was mentioning before, you know, like you see that we want to see these teams play tighter together and be able to utilize these strategies that a lot of the top winning teams are doing it. At the same time, like you just said, the teams in the East, they've been doing it and performing at the top level for over a year already. So at the same time, now's your time. If you're CultuBGBG, you got to make those adjustments and make it happen right now, because you can just say, and you can try and pass it off as, oh, it's just scrims. But what you do run the risk of when you have these poor performances constantly, if you get knocked early or one person gets knocked and you are seen as a team that is easy to kill, pardon my French, at the same time, they're going to, as soon as they get that one knock, they're just going to full send on you. Every team's just going to go and push on you. And even if you're able to defend it, they'll push on you in cases where if it was a better team, they won't press. And if you're still able to get those kills, you may be losing 1 or 2 players. And that's going to be crippling to your overall total point score trying to get in the end game. So, make it happen. Get the practice in. Look at the VODs and get it done.
And what you were saying pretty much went in line with what I was talking about Tribe Gaming earlier before the last game, right? Actually, before the 4th game, was saying they need to go ahead and show the other teams that they got what it takes, that they can, if one player gets knocked, they can go ahead and defend themselves, because you don't want to become that person that one player gets knocked and everybody's like, this is an easy kill. Let's go ahead and rush them. And I'm just using Tribe Gaming as an example, but overall, the other teams, they need to go ahead and step it up a little bit for us. And I'm pretty sure, man, they'll be able to readjust. They'll have their day, just like Tempo Storm had today, which, once again, huge shout out to them, and huge shout out to PUBG Mobile for allowing us to go ahead and do this. This is a great opportunity, and a great opportunity for players to be able to just kind of interact with each other, learn new things, learn new strats, and just take their gameplay to the next level. Because after all, that's what we're going to go ahead and see happen here in Americas. I'm a huge fan of this content, baby, and I want to go ahead and finish in first place. That'll be amazing.
Ooh. Absolutely. And just to kind of galvanize what everything we just mentioned right here, with Tempo Storm having a performance like they did today, the inverse might just happen. Now you start performing so well that when you get a knock on one of their players, like, if you knock a Tempo Storm player, maybe you have that little hesitation to press, And we've seen here at this high level, tiny hesitation, tenths of a second can mean from first place to 7th place. Just like that. And hey, when PMPL is coming up, that is a big difference in prize pool money right there. So, guys, any final thoughts as we close this out?
None from my end, man. I think I said everything I wanted to say. For everybody watching, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you go ahead and check this out. My boy right here, Hot Jukes, Mustache Dave, the 7 Worlds Gaming. Our ads are right there. If you guys want to see some great content from us, Follow us on our social media, and I can't wait to see what's gonna happen tomorrow. I got a chance to be here tomorrow as well, so I cannot wait, baby.
Right, you are. That's
Let's
it.
go, baby.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you guys
Thank you
guys so much. We'll catch you tomorrow. Day number 10, hitting the double digits here of days for the PMPL Americas Scrim. $1,000 going out every single day. Hit the follow button, hit the like button. If you saw something you saw, make sure you hit at our socials. Easy retweet, guys. Thank y'all so much. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Catch you later.